About now. Okay. There's that green. Okay. So, all right, let me just tab back to this. So yeah, here we are again. Uh, back at the tabletops, the world of darkness. Man, it's been a little while since we've run a solo game with tinfoil. But let me try to sum up where we're at right now. So okay, like we all know, Drumstick. He's been off doing his thing, but like for tinfoil, so he was a security guard. Uh, then he got involved with the whole mall incident. Some shit happened. Some demons went down, and yeah, that was quite an adventure. After that,
It did get exciting.
yeah, after that, his character and everyone they just kind of like they sort of split and went their own ways, basically. Story wise, we consider that Drumstick's character John kind of I guess he just fucked off and to go crazy and evil and Tinfoil's character well yeah I guess after they kind of got done with their companion, which we'll say maybe they have him introduced as a contact now and all that, so they're on good terms. But Tinfoil's character, he had a little bit of an invitation that was open to him. Uh, a few people wanted him to swing on by the Dawncrest Church outside of town. So maybe he'll take them up on that, maybe not. We'll see. But where I'm gonna leave things now is it's been. How about this? It's the day after. All right, like it is the day after all of the mall shenanigans, and William Ashley, Tinfoil's character, is back in his apartment. He's fully rested. I guess he's had a little time to take in everything, and now it's a new day. So what does he want to do?
Well, I'm sort of bummed that they took all the fun stuff back from me, especially especially now that I have some inklings about things, and I don't really know how safe this town is.
yeah, after that mall incident, you don't
And
really know, like,
I'm
is it
also
really
pretty sure at this point I should just file for unemployment. I don't think the mall is going to be open anytime soon.
Yeah, well, I guess you do have two things going for you. You've got like from your time in Nam, you've got a little government paycheck going on, and you also you now, at least according to those friendly your friendly benefactors from the mall incident, apparently you're gonna get a little something from them too for now. So you seem to be taken care of.
Well, yeah, if it's morning time, I guess I'd make some coffee, have some eggs,
All right, all
and
right.
I guess open up the phone book and see where the nearest pawn shop is.
All right. Well, let's say we'll say you had already woken up a little bit before 9, and now it is about 9 o'clock. Uh, so okay, a pawn shop. Like, I guess.
I may
Well,
have resource streams, but I'm not made of money, and I would
yeah.
like to arm myself, and it
Ooh.
seems like the most cost effective way to do it.
Okay. Okay. Well, go ahead and like just let's see how quick you can find something. So, wits and composure. Gotta start rolling them dice. All right, or roll again. All right. Well, it takes you a little bit. It takes you like the full 15 minutes to just kind of like look through that phone book, those massive phone books, and to find exactly what you're looking for, like just the right one that's fairly close by. Um, so yeah, you find a little pawn shop. It doesn't seem like anything special, but it might have something. and it's within walking distance.
Okay. Well, I guess I'd grab all my things, and as I recall, I've only got a few bucks in my wallet. I reckon I should stop by the bank unless my benefactors were nice enough to, give me cash as opposed to a cashier's check.
Well, let's see. Okay, on you right now, you have $30, but you do have some money, like with your resources. You will have some money just on, like, just on hand. You keep a little something, under the mattress, so to speak. So you can put like a bit more money into your wallet if you want.
I think I'd like to put about 150, 200 bucks in there.
Okay, okay. Well, let's see. I guess we'll just up you. Like, we'll say you have $200 on you right now. How's that?
That should be fine.
All right, because your resources have you covered, as far as that's concerned. So, okay. All right. You've got your money, and okay. Here's what you have on you. You have your wristwatch, your book of matches, your chewing tobacco, and well, I guess let me just the mall key ring is not necessary anymore, so let's just take that off of there. And oh yeah, you get your Swiss Army knife tool. So that's what you got on you right now.
Okay. I think I'm ready to go. If it's really within walking distance, I should go shopping.
All right, all right. Uh, let's see. Let me just do a little something here. Just a little roll for something, as it were. Okay. Well, all right. You can get there pretty easily. It is, again, within walking distance. There's no reason that you should have any trouble getting there. So, uh, now at the pawn shop. All right. Now this is just a very basic little store. Run by some old guy. What do you want there? It's nothing fancy's in there. But what do you want?
Guess I'm looking for what would amount to like an old police trade-in revolver, or
Uh,
just maybe some old Spanish ripoffs of a 1911, something serviceable, not necessarily pretty, but serviceable and cheap.
All right, all right. Well, we'll work on getting you another revolver here, and let me take a look. Let me now here's where I kind of hate Fantasy Grounds because it did some weird things to the notes last update. Let me find some things here. Un momento. Okay, okay. Now there's two options for this. Now let me see which one your character can like. Let's see. For this one, there's I guess there's two things you might find. So go ahead and we'll sum it up in a roll. Give me a manipulation plus persuasion roll. Just to persuade this guy to part with something good. So it's 2.
Yep, I see that. Only two. I
Yep.
hope random number Jesus is with me.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Uh, okay, okay. All right. Well, two is yeah, 2 successes. Okay. Um. So all right. You're kind of looking for something good. Now, what he's got out on, like, just out on display is this tiny little this tiny little revolver. It's serviceable, but
Not exactly what I'm looking for, like I said.
yeah. Now, what he also has, what he's also got, like, he kind of this guy, he looks at you and he can tell that you are a man who needs that extra protection. So instead, he reaches back behind the counter and he pulls up this really nice, like, this nice kind of heavy, very heavy looking revolver. It is just the thing you want. And he's willing to sell it to you. And you have the money, so it's not an issue. So let me go ahead and let me do a little magic on your character sheet here. So let me add something here. Let's see. It's all right, and okay, this is so mechanically speaking. All right, mechanically speaking, this is it's got 6 clip of 6, got a range of 35. 70, 140, and this is does 3 lethal damage, which is 1 more than your standard revolver. So it does 1 more damage than a standard revolver. It's a heavy revolver. That's the good stuff right there. So you lucked out.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, hell, I was doing okay with just a little shitty 38 that they give security guards.
Yeah, but see, look, when you're charming enough and people know that you mean business, they're willing to go the extra mile.
Yeah, I get all the 44 mags.
Yep. So now you got your Magnum. And I guess you'll also be needing some ammo then, won't you?
Well, that would be nice, but I understand if such a little shop doesn't have such a thing. It's still early in the day. I could,
Well,
do a little bit more walking. I'm sure there's a sporting goods store in this town.
True. Well, again, how about this? Give me a wits and composure to see if maybe you can at least find a little something to put in that gun, a little extra to carry with you here. We'll see. We'll see if they got anything in stock. Oh. Okay then. Well, yeah, all right. Again, it's a small store. But they do have like just a single one box of like 20 rounds. They do have that, and he's willing to part with it. So, there you go. Let me add that to the sheet. All right, let's see. We'll just sum it up as ammo 20. Okay. All right. So yeah. Again, you lucked out. You have the gun and some ammunition for it.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what else I would like to do today. Still pretty early in the day. I can't imagine it's must past like 10 or 11.
True. Let's see. It's been, you woke up, it was 9. Get to the store, about 15. To actually do business there. And yeah, so it's like, actually, you've been making pretty good time. And with the dealings, I would say it's about like 9:45 now. Yeah, not even 10.
Okay.
Yet. But again, you do have that invitation to a certain place.
Oh, I'm aware. I want to go buy some more Red Man, get a cup of coffee, and I guess go read the transit schedule at the bus station to see how I get there.
All right. Well, easy enough. For all of that, we can sum it up with a wits composure roll just to see how quick you get things done. How, like, just sum that up by a roll. All right. Roll again. All right. Near critical. So, yeah. So to find your tobacco, to find everything that you need, and to get to the get a good schedule, to get to the, you can do that all fairly quickly. So we'll say for each individual thing, 10 minutes each. So like about a half hour in total. It takes you about a half hour in total to get all that done. You are very timely, very fashionable.
So efficient.
Yep. Okay. So yeah, I guess you found a bus, and I guess you wanna go to that certain place then, right?
I do have some questions for especially the fellow that looked like the leader, not only about him and his friends, but about some things I saw at the mall. Because after seeing something climb out of the bowels of the earth, a lot of things that are just stories are sort of possible, and I would like some questions answered.
All right. Well, okay. So here's what I'll here's how I'll sum it up story wise for you getting there. So you go about your business here. You get to the bus. So where you're going and what you're doing. So you get in a bus. There's one bus heading to where you want to go, and where that is the name you were given was a Dawncrest. And your character looked it up. You found it. What it is it is a small community. It's outside of town. It is actually in the neighboring county. It's in Craven County to the west of town. It's way out in the wilderness, kind of in the more swampy areas. But there's like this little community out there, and there's a just one single little church of interest, and that's where you're going to be going. It's quite a bus ride out there. It's about an hour's bus ride out. They make good time though. Again, we'll say because your rolls were very good. And let me just kind of update something. All right. So, now as you're on the bus, it's a fairly uneventful ride. People on that bus though, they seem kind of like everyone's just kind of off. Everyone seems to be sort of lost in their own business, and it's just the just another day, right? But as you get out into the countryside and you're away from town, finally the bus pulls up to a little stop, just seemingly out in the middle of nowhere. There's not really a whole lot out there, just a few buildings, and then a church in the distance. It's like the only thing really of note around here. It's just we're talking like middle of nowhere.
I reckon this is my stop then.
Yep, yeah. And it's around 11:30 now.
Good, still plenty of daylight to burn.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Well, I guess I pull the stop pull on the bus.
Okay. All right. And they slow down. They let you out. Which I guess give me a quick wits composure for two things. One related to this, one just to get to your destination. We're just summing rolls up here. All right, two. So okay, like as you leave the bus, the bus driver's just like he seems cold. It just seems like he just does not give any shits about you or this place. He's just kind of do it just on autopilot basically, and he just nods at you, and then the bus pulls off. You're the only one that gets out here, and so as you're standing out there, what you'll see around you is again in the distance, just if you walk a little ways, there is a little church. It's your basic Baptist church. There's a few cars, old beat up cars, pickup trucks in the parking lot. There's a few people just kind of milling around in the parking lot too. But that's what you see.
Okay. And can I roll to see if I recognize any of the vehicles in the lot, or the one that rolled up on me and group at the mall?
All right, good call. Yeah, give another wits and composure. Okay, well, what you'll notice as you get a little closer is there's a lot of really shitty pickup trucks in the parking lot. They all seem kind of similar, but one of them might be the same one. Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll walk in. If he sees me, I'm sure he'll pull me to the side.
Oh yeah. Well, okay. So here's the fun one. So okay, as you you just head right on in. Well, okay. By the entrance to the church there's just like a few people milling around. Like there's just your typical mullet 80s redneck just kind of out there just drinking a beer by the entrance. He looks at you. He just kind of waves you on in. And on the inside, so as you kind of open the doors, you seem to be catching the tail end of the sermon. There's a few people in there, like very average. I guess to give a description, very people of Walmart looking crowd. And it's your usual fire and brimstone preaching going on here. today's sermon seems to be something about the evils of rock and roll and those tabletop role playing games. Uh, and yeah, so I guess you're just kind of sitting at the back of the church right now. You don't really see anything yet.
Yeah, I'm just chilling at the very back, trying to not make too much of a ruckus. Just roll, just chilling out. Uh, I'd like to roll a wits and composure again, just to notice more details about the crowd or the pasture or the building, just my surroundings.
Okay, okay. Hmm. Good rolls, good rolls. Yeah, you're doing good on your rolls. Let's hope that luck holds out. So, okay, what you'll notice as you're just chilling back there, and no one seems to no one seems to mind you yet. So again, yeah, it's a very average crowd. The pastor up there preaching, like he's a fairly heavy set man. He's kind of balding, and he's your typical evangelist. You've seen the type before. As for the crowd, again, most of them don't seem very noteworthy. Although, you do see a few rough-looking people in the crowd. But for the most part, it just seems like very ordinary people.
Okay, I guess he's pretty close to being done with his sermon, so I'll just relax here and wait to see what happens.
All right then.
Maybe have a word with him after the sermon.
Okay. So, all right, a little time goes by. It's around noon now, and yeah, he finally, he slams his fist down on the podium one more time, and and then it's a good amen, hallelujah, and it's over. And everyone just kind of just starts getting up and heading out. He comes down and again, people just sort of pass by you, not really paying much attention. However, um, go ahead and give me that wits composure again. Just a reflexive notice. All right. Again, you're doing good. I'm hoping that luck lasts. Okay. So yeah, what you'll notice is that as everyone's kind of filing out, so in this room, there's like towards the back, there's like a back door to this area, and it opens up, and you notice someone very familiar, an older gentleman, very rough looking. He's got his coat on, and you recognize him from the mall. One of the guys that the seemingly the lead guy that kind of wanted to have a word with you. He's kind of coming out, and he sees you pretty quickly because he's like scanning the crowd trying to look for you, and he motions for you to come over.
Well, I'm gonna walk over to him then.
All right. Well, as you walk over there, yeah, the pastor, he's kind of like shaking hands and smiling, waving people off, and before you manage to get up there, the pastor he looks over to the older gentleman that you know, and he shakes his hand and looks over at you, nods, and he just he makes his way out as well. So even the pastor kind of gets out of there. Everyone seems to actually be clearing out, specifically maybe because you're there.
Oh, that makes me feel good.
But yeah, you're there. I guess you can speak now.
Well, you wanted to speak to me. I'm here. I have some questions as well. Is there a place we could sit, maybe have a beer, and I'll answer some of your questions. You'll answer some of my questions.
Well, okay. What he does is he looks you up and down, and he nods, and he says, "Yeah, actually, there's something I want you to see while you're here. Something I think you need to see. And let's have a little chat on the way there. And he kind of motions for you to follow him, because there's like in the little back room, you can see, at least from here, that there's a hallway back there. He wants you to follow.
Okay, if he's leading the way, I'll follow, but I'm paying real close attention. This is very sketchy.
All right. So as you're going down the hallway, and I guess give me reflexive wits composure. It will do one roll the whole way to see what you notice. While he speaks. God damn! Again, your rolls are good.
Very yeah, but good. Watch me get murked in combat later.
Yeah. So okay, you got a critical. So okay, so we'll count that roll for like the whole way down. So it's just one roll for the whole way to notice things. So okay, like this hallway, it's a pretty lengthy hallway. There's a few side rooms that you can see. And at the end of the hallway is a stairway that goes down, presumably to some sort of basement. But as you walk, he's kind of talking to you. You're going very slowly. And he's just sort of talking as you go. And what he's saying is, he kind of starts off with very, very slowly making a bit of a statement. He's saying that, in case, so, yeah, you look like someone that had seen things. I take it you've seen a couple things in your day, and not just maybe not just what's been going on lately, but there's a war going on here. I think you might know a little something about it, and the things I gotta show you, it's maybe something you haven't seen yet. And he's just kind of he's waiting for you to respond. He's talking as you're going down this hall.
Well, I was in Vietnam for a while, and besides all the regular terrible things everyone always talks about, there was some slightly unexplained things that I pushed back, into my mind. But as far as a war going on these days, I can't say I really know what you're talking about.
Oh,
so yeah. I think I'm ready to see most things after what I saw at the mall.
All right. Well, he nods, and again, he's just sort of slowly taking you down this hall, and you maybe hear a little something coming from the downstairs, but we're getting there. So he kind of nods, and he says, yeah, the war I'm talking about. Oh, you'll find out about it. You'll find out all about it in a minute. But yeah, you might have seen some things, he says, but what I'm talking about is monsters. Not the kind you might have seen. But there's all kinds of monsters out there, kinds that maybe they don't even look like monsters, but oh, they are. Oh, they are. And he finally gets down the stairs, like you're starting to go down the stairs to the basement now.
Okay. I feel really sketched out right now.
Well, yeah, he's just taking you down in there, and again, I'll use your one critical wits composure roll for this whole thing. So as you get down into the basement, what you see is it goes from being your standard church decor to the basement is like it's like a stone basement, and as he's taking you along here, there's several there's several kind of rooms with bars on them, like cages almost, and some bunks too. It's almost military down here, this kind of bunker they've got. And
I sort of say offhand, well, this is real fucking festive and homey.
Oh yeah. So yeah, as he's kind of guiding you along here, there's also a few other people down here too. As you're going along, you might notice, because again, you got that critical roll, so you might notice some people in the side rooms kind of sharpening some tools, and and doing things. Again, like all the usual, the rednecks you saw before, that type of person. They all seem to be busy down here. Uh, and yeah, so this guy's you come up to a room and there's a door and he kind of stops. So he turns around and looks at you and he asks he asks something very bluntly. So with what you've seen, I'm gonna show you something else, and I want to ask you and say something too. So some people, they answer to a higher calling. They got a purpose. A man needs a purpose. So do you have a purpose? Do you think you're ready for something more?
All I know is I did not come all the way out here to turn around.
All right, you're gonna be the badass here. So all right, so he just kind of laughs and says, "All right then, if you're ready. So what you're about to see, it might shock you, but I want you to trust me here that what you're about to see is a monster, plain and simple, no matter what it looks like." And he slowly starts opening the door, and I guess you're gonna. So at this point, you're gonna go along with him, not gonna protest or got any rolls you want to make or.
No, I mean, I'm really sketched out, and I'm sort of adjusting my jacket to where my piece is.
Always ready, always ready.
As it is, they already have me in their homie home, so
Yeah.
whatever happens, gonna happen. And
Right. Okay.
Not only did I see something crawl up from the ground and go ape shit, you've seen bodies and stuff blowing apart. I'm as ready as I'm going to be.
All right. So yeah, as he opens the door, go ahead and give me a wits composure, a fresh roll now. New room. All right. Let's see. Wait. Ooh, there was one extra dice in there, but your roll was pretty good. It was pretty good no matter what. So, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah,
The dice pool must have been fucked up from the last crit.
Yeah. But still, you got enough successes. Even if I take one off, it's fine. So okay. So what you'll notice as he opens up the door, and he may be a little jarring, is so there's the room. This room. There are three other guys in here. Three other rednecks in here, and they've all got some implements and some weapons of their own, but they're kind of standing next to something, just kind of looking at it and grinning and poking at it. And as the door opens, you see there's some shackles against the wall, and there appears there appears to be a child chained up to the wall here, kind of slumped over. So again, it's how you want to play this.
Well, y'all look crazy and sort of rednecky, but not this much.
All right, so
okay. So before I pull the gun I have in my belt, man, why don't you demonstrate to me, if she doesn't look like a monster, how is she a monster? I will give you the benefit of the doubt because I have some suspicions about the little lady that helped me and John at the mall.
Well, so what this is, this a kid chained up to the wall. It's like some it's like some like little kid. They're like they just your average looking kid, and we'll say they're a little boy. But yeah, so this guy, the older guy who's been guiding you, he just kind of holds his hand up, and kind of trying to make sure you don't do anything. But he says, "No, I know what this might look like, but I want to assure you, what you're seeing in front of you, that's no little innocent. That's a monster, and we'll demonstrate that in a minute. But this is what I wanted to show you, that monsters don't always look like monsters. All right, and this is something that we found just last night, actually. And he kind of walks over there. He's slowly walking over there next to it. And he also kind of tells you, don't get too close to it.
I'll keep that in mind. Like I said, you get one benefit of the doubt because you didn't try to murk us. So demonstrate what you're talking about.
All right, let me do a quick roll here for something. All right. Okay. So what happens here is this gentleman, he makes a motion towards one of the other rednecks, and what one of them has is there's like some hot coals, and he's got like an iron poker, and he just goes ahead and he kind of he gets it all hot, and then just like shoves it right up in the face of this kid. Which your character might or might not have a reaction to what's going on. I guess if you want to have a reaction, do it now.
I'm gonna open my coat and like put my hand literally on my gun.
Okay, yeah. The older gentleman, again, he's like kind of holding his hand out, like like motioning for no. But as this iron poker kind of just smacks the kid in the face, they just suddenly start hissing, and they look up, and they have just like this weird look on their face, and they've got some very long, sharp fangs. And they're just hissing like crazy and struggling and squirming around in the shackles.
Well, you made your point. What is this the kind of monster I think it is then?
So yeah,
I would say it was out of some crappy novel or comic book, but with what I've seen lately, I'm willing to be more open.
All right, so yeah, what this older gentleman does, he kind of he kind of walks right up next to it, and he's kind of beginning to reach for something in his coat, and and he just he's looking down at this kid and just kind of saying, we this one here, we found it last night. There's another. We have a bit of a problem around town, another kind of problem, and this kid found it. We found a car, a station wagon, abandoned by the road. Found this thing here. Found it gnawing on its parents in the car. We have these kind of things happen around here, and someone has to deal with it. It's not pretty, but someone's got to deal with it. And he's starting to reach into his pocket, and he has so he's got a shotgun, kind of. He's wearing a coat, so a very big coat, and he kind of pulls out a shotgun, starts getting it ready, and he's looking at the kid, and he's doing that as he's talking.
So my hand's still on my gun.
So the guy he says they don't always look it, but trust me, they're all Satan's minions, and we need to send them back to hell where they belong. And he's loading up his buckshot, cocking his shotgun, and he's getting ready to he starts aiming it, just pointing it right, like barrel right up to the thing's head. So he's getting ready to do this, and he kind of looks over at you, and he says, "So, do you begin to understand here?"
I know whatever that is. It used to be a child. It's not now. My question is, why did it take you this long to, well, put it out of its misery and make your town safer? Surely you didn't save it wholly for me. And why the fuck were all your gorillas poking it and having a way too good a time doing that?
Good questions all. So okay, let's see. Give me a little roll here to get something. Give me a how about this? Give me a manipulation and either intimidation or persuasion roll to get a good straight answer here. All right. And you know it's a simple roll. So and they're fairly forthcoming with you. So we won't counter roll it. So here's what they have to say. So yeah, there's this older man. He kind of looks over to his buddies there, who are indeed seeming to have way too much fun. You know, kind of torturing this thing. But yeah, he kind of shakes his head. Uh, yeah, he shakes his head and he says that you know what we do. It might be difficult to comprehend, but someone has to do it. It's hard to find good quality men, and I take what I can get. You know, I can't always I don't control every single thing they do, but trust me, they get things done. And this here, I know you might be looking at it and having some kind of compassion, but trust me, if we took the chains off it, it'd go right for your throat. Now, the reason we've got it here is we're trying to find some answers ourselves, all right? We're trying to find some answers, and we were hoping that it might, at the very least, be able to lead us to something else, but it was another dead end. And then, you know, as he says that, he just goes ahead and pulls the trigger on the gun. It just goes ahead and pulls that, which, let me hold on. Well, I guess no roll necessary because it's no fighting back on that one. So, yeah, as he pulls the trigger, like the like before you can even react to anything, I mean, the shot goes off and this thing just turns to dust. Like it shrieks and just turns into dust right there. It's just a pile of dust and, you know, some burned clothing.
I'm gonna take my hand off my gun and close my coat. Your point has been made. You've certainly earned a little bit more of my trust.
All right.
You
Well,
said
now,
things like this happen a lot around here.
all
And
right.
frankly, what information were you hoping to, ascertain from something that used to be a child?
So he kind of puts his shotgun back into his coat, and now I guess he kind of like now that that's over, and all the others they're looking almost disappointed that they can't poke at it anymore. Uh, but yeah, he kind of turns to you, and he kind of holds his hand out like he wants to shake your hand. Said, I had a feeling you'd start to come around. Well, I'll tell you know what I'll tell you all about it. But there's something else I think I want you to do here today. I want you to come along with us for a bit of a ride along, if you will. We got some business. We got some business here this evening. You'll get to know us a little better, and you'll get to know what we're doing here a little bit better. And he kind of again he's like got his hand out and wants to shake your hand.
Said you earned more of my trust. I didn't say we were friends yet. You seem all right, but I do have a problem with your men.
All right. Well,
I don't like sadism. I can understand the need to defend yourself in your home, but the look I saw in their eyes, I saw way too much in Vietnam. People that would burn villages or rape women, or et cetera, et cetera.
He just kind of shakes his head, and he puts his hand down and says, "Well, like I said, it's hard to find good quality men, and how many we've lost here. These things, these things and more. It's hard to get anyone that sticks around for a while. If you get what I mean."
Always a high attrition rate. I know what you mean.
But okay, now like he was walking over, he's doing kind of like he's like looking at the dust pile, and says, "So, yeah, I believe we haven't had a proper introduction either. The name's Benjamin White. I've been in this town for quite a while, dealing with these problems, and these are just one of many. But I think I got something. We're onto something. This evening, we're onto something. I think you'll definitely want to see, and I think you'll want to stick around with us at least for a little while."
Well, lead the way.
All right. Well, as he said, it's going to be that evening, and it's still just a little past noon. So they're gonna want you. I guess he's gonna kind of be just introducing you around, and sort of just sitting around until it gets a little closer to dark.
And there better be gravy. There better be fucking gravy.
Of course, all the gravy. But yeah, so like, okay, one of the things he's gonna do over the is he's just kind of, well, no, we'll save that for later. But I guess, is there anything your character wants to do while they're waiting around for the afternoon, evening?
And we're just sort of hanging out around the church.
Yeah.
Like there's no little town relatively nearby, or
it's a very wooded area. Like, this is all that's around for quite a while. And man, I love it. Drumstick in the chat. It's like, kill him and join the vampires.
Don't tell me what to do, Drumstick. I'll roll a wits and composure just because he's introducing me to people. I just want to scope out all the people and,
All right. Well,
just generally pay attention.
Okay. We'll see what you see. Okay, that's good. Well, he's going to introduce you to quite a few people, and I'll just kind of tell you a little bit about some of them. So one of the people, because there was those three rednecks, well, they're kind of his main men, as it were. So in order, one of them is Billy Ray. He seems really, really excited to be hunting this thing, whatever they're going to be hunting tonight. There's a Daryl Smith, and his clothing, like, he's got some old raggedy clothing that has some blood stains on it, and he seems to like getting his hands dirty. He has many a tale of some of the things he's killed. And there's Joe Bob, who he's just kind of walking around with a beer in his hand. He seems to be like he would be the town drunk if left to his own devices. And those are kind of that's Mr. Benjamin's main men, as it were, that you kind of get introduced to.
Yay, Larry Moe and fucking Curly.
Yeah, and their little basement thing down here. It's got some bunks for people to stay. It's got some cages to hold things in, which no one really wants to tell you what exactly they want to hold in there. And then lots of weapons, not just weapons, but tools too, like sharpened stakes and some bear traps and things like that. A lot of fun things down there.
I'm just chilling, meeting people then, and like I said, there better be gravy. I'm fucking serious about that.
All right. Well, we'll just say time advances, and let's see. Let me just advance the clock here. Okay, so it's getting around like let's see. It's getting around like we'll say about 3 in the afternoon, and it's about then that Mr. Benjamin just kind of, he looks at his watch, and he decides that it's time, and he motions for everyone to get ready.
Well, I guess I'm as ready as I'm going to be. I showed up here with a pistol and Red Man, whatever's in my pockets.
All right. So yeah, like, as you're kind of getting out there, yeah, like, so that what everyone's going to is, you go outside, you go to the parking lot, and there's that beat up old pickup truck. And also, so two of you go in the beat up pickup truck, and then so I guess you and Benjamin go in the pickup truck, and then there's the other two. The other two, they have their own separate truck, or the other three. So it's you two, and then the three other guys. They go in a separate truck, and everyone gets ready, and they kind of they pull out and just start going down the dirt road, going back into town. And so yeah, like as you're gonna have some time in the car alone with Mr. Benjamin, and he's just kind of like as you're driving back into town, he's kind of he's looking you over, and he's just kind of making a comment here, saying there's there is a war going on here. It's between good and evil, and I think it's about time for you to decide where you belong in that war. And he's just kind of looking you over and glancing back at the road, as you're going down this dirt trail, starting to head back into town.
I've heard all the fire and brimstone stuff before in some manner. There was always some real vehement gentlemen like you in the Nam. Of course, then it wasn't good and evil. It was us versus communism, or et cetera, et cetera.
Oh, he's just grinning, and yeah, he seems committed to his little war here. But what he says is he starts going into a little something now. He's like, okay, give me a wits and composure. There's something your character might notice. All right. So what you might notice here is he seems to be like kind of trying to get a read on you. He's like trying to sum you up and get a good judge of your character here. Is like, he really seems to, and he also seems to know a little something. Like every time he talks to you about this war and some anecdotes about monsters, he seems to do it in a way where he seems to be alluding to something, but you can't quite put what it is. And as you're driving down the road, he begins going into a bit of a story. Uh, he goes into a story telling you about this one incident some years back, because he wants to make a point that because he saw how you reacted to when he shot that kid and what all with that, right? And yeah, he makes a point about there was an incident where him and his men, they found a bus broken down in the middle of nowhere, and there was this guy who he was just covered in blood. He'd massacred everything in there, and he was jabbering on about he was the hero here, and he was the one saving everyone, and he was so most of these monsters, they don't even know they're monsters, but you got to put them down. And he's just kind of looking at you and seeing, trying to get a good read on you as he's talking.
I feel like you're trying to make a point here, Benjamin.
Yeah, he nods his head, and just as you're getting closer into town now, he says, "I just want to make sure you're very aware here. I understand you might have fought some monsters in your time, but I think even more dangerous than the things that just outright want to kill you, and you can tell just by looking at them, the worst kind of monster, the kind that maybe you even start to trust a little bit, maybe you even feel some kind of sympathy for him." And he seems to be alluding to something, but again, hard to read him. And you're getting closer, you're starting to actually get into town now. Time is passing.
I still feel like you aren't cutting to your point.
All right, let me do a little roll for him real quick for something. All right, he starts thinking about something, and he seems a little distracted. And so okay, as you're getting into town now, and it's around like 3. They've been making pretty good time, around 3:30. So you're in sort of the down. You know, you start making it your way into the downtown area. You know, which is kind of the that's like getting close to where around Drumstick lives, but like okay, yeah, he kind of looks at you, and he looks at the back of the road, and he just kind of offhandedly says, "So, yesterday, my men got a bit of a lead. We found a little something, and we think it might even have some of the answers we're looking for. And I think you might have to make a bit of a decision here today. We'll see. We'll see." And he says that as he finally like starts pulling into the parking lot of one of these apartment complexes.
I'm starting to have a feeling I may know what you're talking about.
Uh, so okay, like everyone, like they're kind of they all look a little out of place now, because they're just a bunch of rednecks in their pickup trucks just kind of hopping out in this urban area. They're next to an apartment building, and they're kind of getting their tools of the trade all ready, and concealing them under their clothing. They're just kind of getting everything ready here. They got their guns, their stakes, their knives, all that good stuff. So, okay, like I guess any rolls you want to make here before things start happening.
Well, like out of character, I don't know where Drumstick's character lives, so.
Yeah, you don't. But well, okay, actually, I guess I'll tell you something out of character. Like at this point, like Drumstick's his apartment building would have been burned down already, so it's not that one.
I'll roll a wits and composure just to check out the neighborhood.
Okay, go ahead. All right, you got some roll agains. Again, you're doing good so far on the rolls. We'll see if that holds out. So okay. All right. So yeah, like what you'll notice here. What you'll notice is this is kind of it's a very colorful area. It's in the slightly worse part of town, but not as bad as other areas. There's lots of graffiti. There's lots of graffiti around here. Your character won't really know too much about that sort of thing. But what they do know is it looks like maybe some Hispanic gang tags and things like that.
So
Yeah.
we are really sticking out like a sore goddamn thumb right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to say to Benjamin, this ain't exactly y'all's kind of fucking neighborhood.
Yeah, he just kind of grins and it says, "Well, that might not be the case, but we're here on business, and I know exactly where we need to go here." He starts motioning, like, for everyone to start going into the building. So yeah, they're just they're doing their thing. And again, they're unless you have any input, they're gonna start making their way into the building now. They've got a mission.
I'm gonna hang back and let Benjamin with his Larry Moe and Curly fucking henchmen handle this.
All right, so you'll just be kind of tailing along. Okay, so
it's a ride along. I'm just
Yeah.
observing and reporting.
All right. We'll see how long you can stick to that. So okay, they start getting into the building, and let me hold on. Let me just do a little roll for something. Okay. So yeah, you start going in this building, and they're carefully making their way through the hallway. And this building has a basement. It has a basement floor, pretty big one. And so you start going down into the basement, and there's this one door that they all kind of start gathering around, and like they're getting around it. like they're gonna siege this room. And so it's at this point that Benjamin he turns and looks to you. He looks you up and down, and he says, "This is I think this is it. So like I said, it's about now. You're gonna have to make a decision. You're gonna have to decide where you stand on some things."
I get out, I pull out my gun, and again, I did not come this far to turn around.
All right. So yeah, with that said, he just goes ahead, and he nods, goes over to the door, and just kicks it down. And they start going in. And again, any reflexive rolls you want to make here to notice things and all that.
Wits and motherfucking composure.
Yep. Yeah, those get a lot of play.
I need my in-character persona to catch up with my out-of-character persona right now. Please, Dice.
All right, so yeah, like they start going in there, and they're hunting something down. All right, one of them pulls out. So one of them pulls out a steak, a very big, thick steak. So like what you're gonna notice is first off, the first room. It's actually a very normal looking like just living area. There's a cross on the wall. There, a TV, a couch. It's actually a very very plain kind of just someone's room. And they make their way over to another door, which is presumably a bedroom because you don't see any bed in here. And they're all like they're sweating, and some of them are really excited. And they're whatever they're looking for is behind this door. And Benjamin kind of looks back to you, and says, "This is it. Everyone ready?"
I'm as ready as I'm gonna be.
All right. So yeah, he kicks that door down, and then again, I guess wits and composure if you're gonna notice something as it's happening. But like,
I really hope I do notice something.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're noticing. You gotta roll again. Okay. So yeah, like immediately, and let me do a roll for something here. I'm summing up some rolls with this. Okay. So, okay, like what happens now is all right, like as they bust the door down, it takes a second, but like one of the other ones, the very excited looking guy, he's got the steak, and he goes for whatever's in the room, which so you immediately there's some shrieking, some hissing, and you like he just shoves a steak in it. Just gets in there. And what you notice is, well, you might notice it as the unnamed mall ninja girl. She was just in the bed.
Was it a good hit? Is she burnt now? Is she dust? Was it a good hit, or did he fuck it up?
The steak is in because it was no resistance there. But yeah, so but here's the good news is that the steak doesn't kill. It's not a kill in World of Darkness. And got some noise going on there.
Oh, on my end, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's ambience, goddammit.
It's life, the sounds of life. But okay, so yeah, like he just drives the stake in right there, and the person who again they had taken their helmet off, in the mall, so you'd recognize them.
I know what they look like. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point my gun at Benjamin and ask him what the fuck he's doing, because whatever she is, does he not understand that she and her employers were instrumental in getting the tools to put a fucking giant comic book looking demon thing back in hell?
All right, let me do another little roll for something here. Okay. So yeah, like Benjamin, he kind of like he has his hand, like he's got one hand in his coat, and he's kind of looking at you like you don't want to do that. But yeah, he just kind of he's looking at you and then looking over there at her, which right now like she's like wide eyed, just like open mouth, like just fangs bared, but just frozen. Like that's so mechanically that's what stakes do in World of Darkness. They just paralyze vampires. They don't kill them. Um, but yeah, she's just like frozen there. And yeah, the rednecks are all looking happy about what they're doing. And Benjamin, he looks at you and says, "I told you, you got some choices to make here. We know. We followed your friends last yeah, yesterday, and we found some interesting things out about this one. We think this one might just be able to lead us right to the problem, as it were, right to the nest."
Again, whatever she and her employers are, you do understand that without their resources and expertise, this whole town would have been sucked into what looked like hell, and probably was hell, right?
Oh, well, let's see. You're gonna have to see. Here's the thing. You're gonna have to make some manipulation, intimidation on him.
Yeah, roll 2 and then have random number Jesus fuck me mercifully. Oh,
Yeah, or get 2 10s. We'll see. Okay.
oh
Now
fuck
it's
me.
gonna,
Okay.
but because we're in the intensity now. It's gonna be a contested roll. So okay. Now it comes down to their resolve composure, which they've got a lot. Oh, oh, okay. Well, he kind of. So he's looking a little bit unsure now. He's thinking about something, but he's still like got his hand on his shotgun. Uh, and yeah, he kind of looks at you. He says, these are monsters. If we don't deal with monsters, they're gonna get you. They're gonna bite you every time. In this case, probably literally. It's just a matter of time. You might think they're working in your best interest, but they're not.
I stand by my point, Benjamin. Yeah, there may be monsters, etc., but I don't think even if they are monsters, they want to get sucked into some hellish fucking dimension.
Oh, again, but like, look, he's gonna be sticking to his guns here on this one, no matter what. And he's just kind of looking over there, and he kind of starts walking a little bit over towards you, like he wants to kind of guide you away from the room. Is what he's trying to do. He's trying to. He says, "Look, we can talk about this later, but I'm telling you right now, we need this information." And I don't know what kind of attachments you got here, but it's not going to end well. All right.
I haven't got any attachments, Benjamin. I'm merely being practical. Again,
Ooh.
you and your good old boys out there in Dancrest have the kind of resources to deal with what was at the mall. And more to the point, since her and whoever her employers are had the resources to deal with, do you really have a way to fight them? Do you really want to piss these people off, Benjamin?
Ooh. Let's see. Let me see. Do a little quick roll here, and also you might want to do a little reflexive wits and composure roll right now. You might want to do that right now. Okay, you're getting lucky still. All right. So what he's gonna tell you is that he's just gonna simply say, "I don't know exactly what happened in the mall. There's only the only one that can tell me is you." And we were on our way there. We would have had things handled. I'm sure we could have handled things. We don't know what was in there, but we've fought many a monster in our time. And as he's telling you this, and you're just both kind of near the door, like, so the other guys, like, they're again, they're looking really happy about what they're doing, and they're like kind of like they're sort of like all collectively just kind of starting to pick the girl up, and they're starting to carry her out, like just limp, just carrying her out the room. They're starting to haul her off.
Believe me, Benjamin, I've seen your outfit. and I saw what I saw at the mall, I genuinely think you do not have the resources to deal with what was there. And again, I have to bring up, since her and her employers have the knowledge and the resources to deal with it, do you have the resources to fight them? I've got to stress to you, Benjamin, they showed up with an armored van full of non-air assault weapons, M16s, and high explosives, and not crappy stuff either, legitimate military grade stuff. Do you have any idea the kind of money and pull you have to bribe quartermasters to get that sort of thing, sir?
Ooh. Well, for this one, okay, if you're gonna talk some sense here, actually, I'm gonna give you a bonus there for that, for getting into it. So roll 3 for that manipulation, intimidation. See if you can do it. Let's see if you can roll high. It's gonna be contested though. Social combat. Ooh, Oh, he just kind of stares you down. And again, like the other guys, they've already like hauled her. Like they're in the process of, well, like right now they, like she seems to be quite heavy, so they're like yeah, they're kind of like resting in the other room, getting ready to decide what they want to do. Like, they're kind of wrapping her, and they got like a tarp and everything. So yeah, they're doing that in the other room, which you can, at this point you can just see it. But like, yeah, Benjamin, he's looking you over and he's saying, I was hoping that we'd see eye to eye, and maybe you'd even maybe we'd have another soldier in this war, but I'm thinking maybe I was wrong. So he's committed.
I've been soldiers for other people, Benjamin.
Ooh.
I'm not on their side. I'm not on your side. I'm on my side. And I'm telling you right now, you were nice enough to give me the benefit of the doubt in front of the mall that day. I'm telling you that it is a good idea in this particular case for you to walk away from this one and think about this. I cannot stress to you enough the kind of resources this woman and her employers have.
Ooh,
they will raise your fucking town to the ground.
Let's here, let me do a quick roll for something here. All right. So yeah, he's just kind of looking you over. He's really thinking maybe, but again, he is committed, and he just kind of, yeah, he just kind of, reaches out and just kind of pats your shoulder and says, yeah, I think they might have gotten to you too. I had worried about this, but I'm sure we can work this all out back at the church. And he just like he just starts going into the other room, which he seems to just be like mostly wanting to keep an eye on the others, make sure they're not doing anything.
I'm actually at a loss of what to do right now.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Well, go ahead and wits composure, because like let's just see if you notice anything as he's going into the other room. All right.
That was not a good roll.
Not great, but what you will kind of notice as you and Benjamin were finishing talking, and he just kind of like went to check on the others. Well, you kind of notice like he was checking with a good reason, because in the other room, yeah, like the other guys, like they got like a tarp out and they're trying to like I guess their plan is to roll her up in something to take her outside. And like the one of them, the one that was like way too excited, Billy Ray, he's kind of like he's looking this girl over a little bit strangely, a little bit too intensely, and getting a little too touchy feely as he's kind of getting her wrapped up in the tarp. Which, by the way, since you just kind of invaded her home and like staked her while she was sleeping, she's just like in just nightwear. So yeah, maybe Benjamin wants to keep an eye on these guys for a few reasons, is what your character might notice.
Yeah, because they're sadist and slightly molesty, and that is a
Yeah,
word.
yeah. So that's what's going on here, and I
I,
guess like if your character is just gonna be
I've
now
hol-
you got the
I've holstered my gun. I'm smart enough man to know that I really don't want to get into a gunfight with like
yeah,
six fucking rednecks. But I'm
yeah,
super exasperated that he will not listen because I am not wrong. The
yeah,
corporation she works for will fuck that little town up.
yep, and that's yeah, it's like I said, it's gonna be some intense decisions here, one way or the other. Um, oh, but and oh look, drumstick's getting excited. No, no, let's not do that. Um, but okay,
God,
so.
sexual. That was for you, drumstick.
uh, okay, like I guess what you'll yeah, at this point, your character is, I guess you're just kind of hanging back and watching. So, what you will notice, like they're wrapping her up in something, presumably because it's still like 4 in the afternoon. Um, yeah, like presumably their intent is to carry her out of here and get her in one of the trucks. Um,
Yeah, if you all gorillas are gonna wrap her up, you might want to do it better. I don't think she really appreciates sunlight very much.
oh, yeah. They kind of like the ones wrapping her up. They're just kind of they're looking at you just like kind of annoyed. And again, Benjamin is just keeping an eye on everything and thinking. And then one of them is just kind of so like the other two, like one of them's kind of wrapping her up now. The other two, like one of them's kind of looking around the room, just kind of just tossing everything, looking for stuff, and the other so like he's got like a pack, right, with the stakes, equipment, all that, and also just a beer. He just pops a beer and he's kind of just chilling on the couch and just watching. They don't really seem to have a whole lot of respect for what's going on here. That's what you're noticing, since that's all your character is doing right now is just watching. So
And seething.
yeah. So okay, it's at this point Benjamin makes a decision, and he decides, all right, we're so one of so we're gonna load her up into one of the trucks. For this one, uh, I think we'll do with only two in the truck, and the rest go in the other truck. We do have some other business to attend to around town. Uh, we'll take her back to the church and have her dealt with. Uh, but I think this was a productive, very productive afternoon. Don't you boys think? And everybody is kind of agreeing and having some fun there.
Ah, I'm legitimately mad right now.
Oh, but I guess again, be thinking of what kind of roles you can do to get out of this situation. Meanwhile, things are gonna keep going on here. So one of them, kind of like he's got they've all got like some packs and things like that, and one of them pulls out an aluminum can, a drum, and and pops it open, and you immediately, I mean, like you don't even have to make a roll here. You're gonna smell gasoline. Um, and he just starts just sprinkling it all over the room, and you can probably guess where they're going with this one.
Are you fucking gorillas serious? Do you think nothing but monsters lives on this apartment block? Do you think fire control in the ghetto is something they really keep up on? What kind of holy warriors are you? Are you okay with collateral damage burning some little black children? You goddamn fucking gorillas.
Think of the children. But yeah, Benjamin just kind of he just turns and says, this whole block it's full of filth anyway, and this monster was here. No doubt, there's more of them. No, or these things, they corrupt people. They they make you their slaves. No doubt, there's a bunch of them all over the place. It's best we deal with this here right now.
Uh,
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But yeah, they're kind of getting. It looks like they've got. They've finally, they've very securely wrapped the girl up, and they're starting to get ready to haul her out. And one of them, he's kind of gas the place over. They're getting ready to light things up as soon as everyone's out.
Uh,
So what's your course of action here? Like, again, decisions.
I know I'm trying to make decisions, but in and out of character, I'm a little bit pissed off right now.
That's the idea. I told you it was going to be intense for different reasons.
Oh, I just want to roll a wits and composure about how the trucks are set up and just the layout of the neighborhood.
Well,
'Cause
okay, well, right now, you're kind of like, they're just getting ready to leave, so you're still down there in the room. I guess, you just have to decide how you want to play things now.
I've got a couple ideas for plans. None of them are really good. Someone's gonna be mad.
Yep. Opportunities might present themselves, or they might not. You just don't know.
I think as much as I am bent, I'm gonna be like Benjamin. I'm not quite done yet because I have questions too. I don't like the way you do things, Go. I don't like the way your gorilla was looking at the girl, or the fact you're gonna burn down a whole block on a maybe.
For this one, again, manipulation, intimidation. Let's see where this goes. Well, the luck is your dice, your loaded dice have run out. So okay. Yeah, he looks you over and he makes a little motion to the to two of the guys and they start like carrying the girl off. They're going back to the trucks with it. And it's just it's just you, Benjamin, and the one other guy. And he just he comes up to you and he says, this is how it has to be done. All right, these monsters, the things they'll do, you haven't even seen the kind of things they'll do. As somebody has to make their stand against them. And I'm sorry, but there's no half measures here. It's all or nothing in this war. And that's he doesn't even wait. He just turns and starts leaving.
Ooh, I legitimately don't know what to do right now.
Well, what's happening here is, again, they're loading her up in the truck, and right now it's just you and the guy who's getting ready to light this place up in the room. You can go join him if you want.
I know that. I legitimately don't know what to do because I could do a few things, but either direction I go here, bad things are going to happen. Damn it! I'm never this flummoxed.
That's good. That's where you want to be in tabletop.
I know that, but then I feel bad because it's a one-on-one game, so I can't pawn off bullshit to somebody else at the table and be like, you pick him for a minute, make him do shit. I need to have a cigarette. I need a cup of coffee because I have no idea what the fuck to do.
Well, look. If Drumstick was here, he'd be the one burning the place down. All right.
I know if Drumstick was here. I was just also saying in general. Fuck. Important life decisions.
Yep. I'll give you time to think.
I understand where Benjamin's coming from. I do. But his whole holy warrior vibe and what has to be done trip really irks me because I heard that shit in the Nom. I heard that all kinds of ass backwards perverted justification.
Yep, it's such is the way of the hunter. They really get into it.
On the other hand, I have questions for the girl, and I have questions that have yet to be answered.
Well, I guess you could ask those questions when she's getting chained up and possibly molested at the church. But
I know, but to maybe just the tip meta game this, I really don't want to have a change of heart in like the bottom of their compound and have to shoot my way out with a girl. That seems like all bad. That's all bad. That's
well,
I'm getting fucked in the forest.
well, again, like opportunities may or may not arise. Again, you don't know. And I mean, if you can unstake her, and it's not like outside in the daytime. I mean, she's more than a competent fighter without weapons.
Fuck it, I'm walking away. The guy can burn the fucking goddamn tenement block down. I have questions. I'm
All
gonna
right,
get
now,
into whatever ever truck
like,
Benjamin is in and say, ugh.
not even gonna try to persuade him out of it. All right then.
Yeah, because that's, Mr. Deuce Vault Vampire Killer has really been persuaded so far.
Well, no, like you're just alone with one of the rednecks now. They're not nearly as not nearly as much resolve and all
Oh,
that.
that is true, but I also think
They're
if the
just kind of along
building's
for the
not,
ride.
if the building's not on fire, his boss is going to ask questions.
Again, you just there's so many variables, so many unknowns. So I guess okay, you're just gonna keep on walking then, huh?
Yeah,
All right, all right. Well, again, I guess it is just a ride along. You're just a passenger on this ride. So, okay. Yeah, as you get back outside, and I guess you had wanted to do a wits composure on this, so now's the time. All right, some roll again.
oh, fuck.
Well, two's fine. So what you're gonna notice, is okay. Like Benjamin, he's getting into his truck, and the other two, so like two of them, they're getting getting the girl loaded up just in the bed of the pickup truck of the other one. And then I guess as you're kind of standing out there, like you'll maybe smell some smoke, and the other guy quickly starts running out. It says, "Yeah, it's time to go," and yeah, he hops into the car with or into the truck, into the back of the truck with Benjamin, and I guess now you have to decide, like, I guess which truck you want to get in, if you want to say anything, what you want to do here. They're ready to roll.
I'm going to, I guess, get in the truck with Benjamin and just sit there quietly and seething. I do believe he knows I'm angry.
All right, not gonna try to get in the truck with the girl and try to sneak something or anything. I mean, I'm just giving some
Oh, yeah,
suggestions.
yeah,
Like,
because I did notice.
yeah.
Mm.
Again, it's your call.
Okay, which one of the gorillas is piloting the truck with the girl?
All right. Well, with the girl, Benjamin's not in that truck. He's in the other one. So in that truck, you've got Billy Ray and Joe Bob, the drunk and the excited one,
You mean I'd have to write bitch in between those two?
or in the
Because
back. Yeah.
uh, slightly out of character, but in character. Are these fucking gorillas really stupid enough after the encounter I just had with their boss to let me sit in the back of the truck?
Well, again, these guys, like they're like so they seem to just more or less be along for the ride of it all. So who knows? Who knows? But I'm pretty sure they also think they can take you. That's the other thing.
Oh, fuck. You know what? Okay. I will see about jumping in the back of the truck and riding redneck style.
All right, so that's how you're gonna play it, and
Oh, yeah, you had to say they think they can take me. I'm triggered right now.
oh yes, oh yes, the triggering. Okay then. So yeah, they kind of like, they pat the side of their truck, and they just they get their truck started up, and they just haul out of there as as the building starts behind you. Just you can see the smoke and all that, and that's how you leave things there. So I hope no one misses their apartment later. But okay, so yeah, they're going to be making the trip back into town. At this point in time, it is after 4 o'clock. It's getting later on. All right. So
and we're just humming along, going back towards like their home base and shit.
Yep. You're just on your way back.
I want to roll a wits and composure to see what's up with the girl and what's in the back of the truck.
Oh, okay. You can do that. Give me a roll of 6. Okay, you got your roll again.
Woo!
So, well, all right. In the back of the truck, there really isn't too much. Just like a can of gas, some ropes, some chains too. Not really much there. And then the girl is just tightly wrapped up with there's just a there's just a huge bulge where there's the she's both wrapped up and kind of like putting some sacks and things, and just really bundled up, and just a huge bulge where that the steak is. I guess like that's what you see just as at a glance.
Okay, yeah. And I'm just riding along, and I'm just gonna say out loud, I don't know if you can hear me, Mall Ninja Girl, but I'm gonna try to get you out of this.
All right, pretty unresponsive. There's no movement at all, but yeah. And so I guess also as you're riding along here, you know what? I'll include it in your roll because while you're looking around. So you're pretty sure that they took like a side road at some point that they sort of like the trucks kind of pulled off and went down a side road that maybe you didn't come down to get here.
That makes me feel good. I'm gonna like tap on the back window and say to the gorillas, what turn did we take? Where the fuck are we going?
Oh, let's do a little quick something here. Yeah, one of them kind of looks. They're like hanging their head out the window, and they look back and it says, "Shut up back there. We got business." That's what they say.
How about you just answer the question so I know what I'm walking into?
Oh, let's see how they like that. All right, and I guess also you can do like a wits composure for something. I love it, the for something roll. Okay, so what you're gonna notice here, like, is that well, first off, like both trucks, they're Benjamin's truck too. They're all like they're all going down here. Presumably, they had something else that they had to do. Who knows? But yeah, the rednecks in the truck with you. They don't seem to be too forthcoming about anything, and they're just driving. And the other one is just they're one's got a beer, and I mean they're both drinking. Good times. But yeah, like what you're gonna see is there's so like there's maybe like a little cabin nearby as you're getting into the woods. Just like a very plain old rickety rundown like shack. That seems to be where you're going to.
Are these goddamn gorillas about to fuck a staked vampire in a tool shed? Really? Really?
They know not what
God
they do.
damn it.
Oh. But okay, so here's what's gonna happen. So like, yeah, so Benjamin in his pickup, like he kind of, he's like at this point he's kind of like behind them now, because these guys just kind of pulled off to the side, um, and yeah, they all kind of slow down and stop at this cabin, uh, and yeah, like okay, they finally they all stop. Benjamin gets out and he's looking at you as he kind of walks over to the truck, and he goes, and they're kind of low whisper kind of talking to each other about something.
Can I roll yet another wits and composure to see if I can fucking make out or lip read whatever the fuck they're saying? Maybe catch a couple words.
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Give me that wits composure. Roll again.
God damn it, random number, Jesus.
I love it. Drumsticks, like, it needs a trigger warning. But okay, what you might overhear is a little something like, so these two rednecks that are, with you, they pulled over. What you get, like, you're not getting too much, but what you get is they want to do something about you. They think maybe you're not down with the cause as much as they thought, and maybe they need to do a little something to you here. And Benjamin seems to be trying to, like, to persuade them out of it. And they're just having a little argument there.
I think it's going to be time for smartass me. I'm sort of going to see me shout, yo, gorillas, I can hear you. If you're going to try to fuck someone in the woods, maybe you shouldn't do it to somebody that was in Nam.
Nice. Ooh, go ahead and give me a manipulation intimidation +1. So 3. Yeah, let's see. 3 ones. Ooh, here we go. Okay, so you got 2. Counter roll. Okay. So, as you're being a smartass, one of these guys, the drunk, the one that's really drunk at this point, because he's just been kind of like, he's been slinging beers back this whole time, like ever since you left the church. Yeah, he just kind of hops out of the truck, and he wants to fight. Like, he is ready to, like, fist fight you right now. He's had enough of your bullshit.
I'm gonna open my coat and put my hand on the butt of the gun and say, no. I will happily roll intimidation, manipulation or whatever, but that's what I'm doing.
Okay. Well, again, I'll roll with the bonus, so 3 again. All right. And let's see. Let's do another quick. Okay, so this guy, he's he looks at the gun. He kind of looks at you, and he seems determined. He's kind of stumbling too. He's like, nah, man, fight me like a man. It's I think we need to see who's committed here, and who's righteous here, and that's me. He's just kind of ranting a little too now.
So he's like completely shithouse drunk, right?
Yeah.
And I'm on the bed of the truck still, right? Like, but I'm imagining I'm standing up.
Yeah.
Ooh. And I never pulled out a drunken brawl. I never pulled out my gun. I just put my hand on the butt of it. So, if he wants to fist fight or physical fight, I would like to. What do I roll to, like, just pretty much jump off the truck and kick that motherfucker in the chest with both feet?
So okay, let's see. What do you want to do here? Like you want to just like I guess you want to like you just knock the wind out of him, just like jump and
Yeah, and like fucking donkey kick him in the chest with both my feet.
just pull a wrestling move here.
Yeah.
Okay. How about let's see. I'd say really be like a targeted shot, and it'd be your strength and brawl. So 3 targeted shot. Torso's pretty easy, so it'd be like -1. So it'd be like a roll of 2, very low roll.
I want to tag that with some willpower.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so yeah, you'd be a roll of 5.
Kick this motherfucker in the chest. Oh,
Alright.
fuck you, random number Jesus.
Yeah, well, what I'll say is because this guy's so drunk, his defense doesn't apply. So, oh, okay, like I'll give it. Like you just leap off and just kick this guy in the chest, which targeted shot, it just knocks him on his ass, just falls backwards. It's not much damage, but yeah, no, you showed him who's the man here.
Now stay on your ass until you sober up.
Let me do a little something for him, and at this point, a little penalty to it. Well, he kind of like he's just laying back there, shaking his head and like holding his chest. He seems pissed off about that, but everyone else is just kind of snickering and it probably didn't like him all that much anyway. So there's no issues with anyone else, but yeah, he's just staying down for a little while, sobering up.
Excellent. Kick that motherfucker in the chest.
just wrestling move, right? Oh.
That felt really good.
All right, well, I guess you've dealt with him. It's 1 down.
So I'm gonna look over at the other one that's talking to Benjamin and say, "Do you have a problem with me too?"
Oh man, gotta go the badass route. Oh, well, so this one, yeah, the other one, he just kind of grins and he says, "Nah, man, no problem at all, none at all."
Goddamn right.
But yeah, he seems to. Again, I guess I take it none of them really liked him too much anyway, so they're just kind of rolling with it.
And then I'd be curious and ask Benjamin, just where the fuck are we?
Well, he'll give you a straight answer. So he says it's a little place we sometimes use this for when we need to for things. When we things get a little messy even for the church, because people do congregate there, so some things aren't meant for there.
Oh yay! It's their fucking torture shack in the woods.
They're just lovely, aren't they? Hunters are great.
Like an aside here. God damn it! I do not like the holy warrior bullshit though. I'm more like Shades of Grey, Sam and Dean, or Buffy.
Yeah, this is like one of the I base these guys off of. They're like one of the big hunter factions is like it's basically this just evangelist hunters.
Dude, both.
Yeah, gotta slay everything. Just slay everything that might not be human in the name of the Lord.
Even if they have a multi-million-dollar corporation that has access to military grade weapons and helicopters and shit, whatever, just whatever.
Yeah,
we're
they're
fine.
All monsters. They're all monsters.
It's not like they're going to drive into our town with the A-team van and just M60 everything and grenade launcher everything to fucking death.
I guess they don't think that far ahead.
I fucking guess. That's what happens when you start drinking at 10 in the morning and your IQ is only fucking 80 to begin with.
Yeah, so these guys, they've got some plans, maybe. again, I guess you're not really too sure exactly what all's going on just yet. But one of them
Not
is going to be sleeping things off for a while.
good. Fuck that guy.
So I guess what do you want? How do you want to play things now?
I'm just gonna sort of let things happen for now to see where this is going. I do
Okay.
plan to keep my promise to the girl if she heard me.
All right.
Because
See,
Munster or no Munster, she was instrumental at the mall and put herself out there and almost got sucked into some fucking hell portal to keep the town from getting destroyed and probably the world getting destroyed.
yeah. It's just like in this situation, when you say let things happen, it's like, ooh, that can, to a point, to a point. All right. So, okay. Well, so Benjamin, he kind of looks down at the guy who's, just been knocked on his ass and shakes his head. And he goes ahead and he says, he motions and kind of, says, take it inside. We'll figure out what needs to be done here. But I don't want anyone, and he looks at you and he says, our good friend here, he's here to see us do the Lord's work. We don't need anyone picking fights amongst themselves today. So he's kind of trying to keep everything together.
Good luck with that.
So again, time advancing. It's getting closer. Getting closer to dark now, and
so are we in like the torture hostel cabin yet, or?
Yeah, so I guess give me a wits and composure to notice a couple of things.
I want a wits and composure for motherfucking intelligence and recon.
Yeah, and let's see how much you notice here. Okay. Well, it's a medium success. So okay, like what you're gonna notice, and just things as they're happening. So yeah, like the guy who got knocked out, he drank so much he's probably gonna be passed out for the whole day. But the other ones, there's two other guys. He's still got Billy Ray and Daryl Smith and Benjamin, so there's 3 in total. And yeah, they haul the girl inside in this shack. So it's a really worn down, shitty looking shack, but there's all kinds of implements around it, like saws and picks and nails and all kinds of things. And also there's some there is some cement floor and some metal bars where they seem to chain things up, and they got their shackles there. So yeah, they kind of they unwrap the girl as it gets closer to to dark. They unwrap her and start shackling her up there. Still staked. And that's how things are going so far.
Oh yeah, of course they want to be safe.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Benjamin, what exactly is the information you're hoping to find out from her that is so important?
All right. Well, go ahead and to get a straight answer. Manipulation, intimidation, or persuasion. Either way, it's 2. Okay. Well, so Benjamin is just kind of watching what's going on here. Just overseeing everything, and also checking his watch. And he just he looks to you and he says, these things. I don't know how long you've been in town here, or how long your eyes have been open to what's going on, but these things, just about every time there's some kind of missing person, it's these things, whether it's along the roads or in town. And he kind of he's thinking to himself, and he likes to recount stories. So he tells you a little something about this. There's this gang that comes through town. It seems like any other biker gang, but people go missing when they're around, and these things, these monsters, they get left behind, and there's all kinds of other things too, and they can't quite make sense of it, but they want to get one and get some information out of him. They want to find the source of all of this. So they don't quite know what's going on, but they're trying to find out. That's what you get out of him.
So basically, they just abducted this girl after all the warnings I gave them about probably getting hate fucked in their little boondock town for this. And they don't even know what they want to ask the vampire bitch. They have no idea.
Yeah. And see, like, okay, here's the thing, like metagame thing, it's kind of outlined in the hunter books, but like most hunters, they kind of assume that like all monsters are the same, as in like all vampires are just like some hive mind or something. Like they don't know about the clans and all that. They just assume, well, you know, they're all in league together.
That pants on fucking head retarded.
They're all Satan's minions.
I'm going to say that to Benjamin, though. You basically abducted this girl after all I told you about how much resources and reach her employers probably have. And you don't even know what the fuck you want to ask her.
Ooh, give me a 3 for that one. Give you that bonus.
Oh, goddamn dice. Give me a second.
The dice. Ooh, with a roll again. Ah, well. But, okay. Again, this is just mostly like to see a straight answer out of him. So no contested necessary. So he's just he's looking at you, he's looking at the girl, and he's thinking. And he just comes to the conclusion that so what he says is that these things, I don't know what you know, but these things, I just want to get them out of my town. I just want to be rid of these things. And you say they got all this reach, but I never seen any of that. You know what I seen? I seen these things roaming in packs along the roads. I seen them just acting like animals. That's all I seen. So he doesn't believe you, basically. Like, all he's seen is like white trash vampires, just loners and things like that. That's all they've encountered.
Oh yay, Nosferatu clan in bib overalls that are cousin fuckers. I'd be sort of biased too.
Yeah, so like I guess what meta, what you gather is like they don't know about any of the overall stuff, and they don't even believe it. So the masquerade is working, I guess.
They're gonna get so hosed. I almost feel bad for them.
Almost.
You don't have to believe me, Benjamin, but well, you know what? God wills it. Do your fucking thing.
just gonna leave him to it, huh? Well, okay, yeah. He just kind of, the only other thing he's got to say is, well, if what you say is true, no matter where we're at now, we got to finish this through. Ain't no chance we're letting this thing leave, other than as a pile of dust. So that's what he's got to say. And again, he's just he's like watching over the other ones, making sure they're actually like on task. And it's finally getting dark now. So I guess any other thing you want to do here, as it's dark now.
She's fully shackled at this point, right?
Yep, fully shackled, still staked.
And what condition are the shackles in? And I've not really honestly thought of a plan yet.
All right,
I'm sort of playing this by ear.
Yeah, I guess you don't want to wait too long, but
I know this, but I'm trying to wait for my proper time. Plus, I have to get the motherfucker in the chest.
Yeah. Okay. Give me a wits and composure. All right. So a couple things you'll notice, and we'll also some other things too. So the shackles, like they're like they look to be iron or steel, a little bit rusty, but I mean they're in okay shape. It looks like they've been getting a lot of use. Like they've been using these shackles for a long time. That's what you notice there. And also, like the guy, the drunk guy, they've kind of like pulled him inside now, so he's just like on a bale of hay in the corner, but still passed out. So that's what you're noticing. And also, so it's at this time a little something happens. You kind of hear like some crunching and a motor sound, like another truck is pulling up.
Oh, yay!
All right, so what you gonna do?
I'm gonna ask Benjamin if he's expecting any company.
All right, well he kind of looks at you, and he doesn't say anything, but he just kind of like he goes to the door, and he slowly he starts going out there. And he like waves. He seems to know who's coming up. He seems to recognize the vehicle.
I want to go out and peep who it is as well, because I'm curious.
All right, well, give me another wits composure. We'll see, because some things are happening. And that wits composure, it's like most important stat.
Fucking fuck!
See, the luck runs out. So, okay, yeah, you don't really overhear anything, nothing like that. But you see Benjamin kind of he goes up to the people in the truck, and they're just like talking back and forth. And Benjamin, he's kind of like he's rubbing his forehead, and so like again, you don't really overhear anything. He doesn't consult with anyone, but yeah, he just kind of like he goes back and he walks back right past you, and he's kind of going back inside. Well, he doesn't go back inside, but he goes to the door, and he this one you'll overhear no matter what. Like he shouts that something's come up. I'm needed back at the church. I'll be back soon. You boys got this covered. And yeah, he so he kind of starts walking off back towards the truck. He's on his way. Like apparently someone needs him.
Okay, and he's seriously gonna leave me here with the gorillas?
Yeah, I guess they're his best hunters, so he trusts them.
Let him go do Jesus things then. I'll stay here with the gorillas.
Okay. Yeah, they pull off, and you're just I guess you were trying to like notice things, so you're still outside, I guess watching them leave. So it's just you and the guy, the drunk passed out, and the two potential violent rapists, all alone. It's just all you now.
This is gonna be fun. I hate to interrupt everything, but can we take 5 minutes so I can go pee and
Yeah,
get a breath of fresh air after all the social combat with Benjamin?
All right, yeah, sure.
I need
maybe
5 minutes, man.
break.
I'm sorry. Yeah,
All right,
snack break.
Intermission, everyone. Intermission.
Put up some spoopy ambient music that says "Be right back."
Oh. Oh man, I'm just gonna look through my notes here, and I guess let me do a little talking here. So I don't know. What's everyone think? How's Tinfoil doing? Ken Tinfoil, yeah, he's gotten himself into quite a sticky situation here. Like also potentially too hot for Twitch situation too. You think he can get out of it? You think he's got the cunning and guile and the muscle to work his way out of this? I have my doubts. It's like no drumstick, no. Not everyone can be a monster. Although at this point, I think he's just trying to like make sure that that the girl doesn't like get raped by hillbillies. I think that's what he's trying for right now, for the most part. And while tinfoil's away, spoilers. There's been so many opportunities. If he had been a little more industrious, that he could have worked something out. He could have, if he was more industrious, but I didn't expect things to go this far. But I do have plans for this, and we'll see. We will see what happens. Yeah, I think it's for the best that that your character isn't here, Drumstick, because okay, look, with all the derangements and the low morality that your character has, tinfoil, he might be having to stop you from burning everything down. I mean, you probably wouldn't want to leave John alone with the girl. Just saying, with your morality of 5, or yeah, I think you're down to 5 or 4. I can't remember, but probably wouldn't want to be left alone. Man, I guess to spoil it, so the that basement.
Why do you assume I'm gonna go Vampire Lord?
I think Drumstick, he wants everyone to go to the dark side. Just a villain run, a pure villain run.
I don't necessarily want to do a pure villain run, not in this game. Maybe in the high fantasy game Double have been talking about, but not this one. Magical terrorism.
Oh god, if we get you and Drumstick into spellcraft and swordplay, oh my god, all the terrible things. All the terrible things.
And by terrible, you mean awesome.
Okay,
right, I'm back. I'm back. Whew.
Okay. All right. The journey continues. The journey. Yeah, the journey to avoid possible sexual assault. Okay, so I guess we'd describe the current state of things.
It's just me and the gorillas.
Yeah, it's dark now. Yeah.
And there's still a pickup truck here. And how are the gorillas armed? Or can I really tell, since they seem to like the lawn coats to hide the sawed-offs kind of fashion?
Now, these guys, they don't have the long coats. Only Benjamin has that. These are more you would have already noticed, they're just your typical, wife-beater jeans kind of rednecks, But yeah, I guess you can give me a wit's composure to just get a lay of the land here. Okay. So I guess, as far as they're concerned, what you might notice is that they kind of have, on their belt loops, they've got, they have machetes, pretty decent weapons there. And they also, they've got, slung over their back, they've, they got shotguns, and also they have revolvers, too. They're pretty armed, revolvers holstered around. They're strapped. Now that they're here alone in the shack, they're ready. Yeah, and
okay.
Also, of course, their tools, all the fun tools.
I think I, have words with them then about, well, are we just going to wait till Benjamin gets back, the questioner, or what are we doing, fellas?
All right, well, let's, I guess, to see if you can get a straight answer here, let's do a little manipulation persuasion just to see if you can get a straight answer out of them. Well, they'll give you an answer. So yeah, they kind of look at you, and they're looking at the girl, and I want to remind, she's just still, because you got her while she was sleeping. She's just nightwear, barely anything. But yeah, one of them's looking at her a little too hard. and the other one is kind of like, yeah, we're gonna wait until till Benjamin gets back for the interrogation, but maybe the fun stuff might start a little early.
What do you mean fun stuff, gentlemen? After I say that, I like take out my red band and put a pinch in my lip and glare at them.
Oh, okay. Again, let's see if you can get a straight answer out of them. So, roll them bones. Okay. You're getting there. But it's gonna be a little contested here for this one. Okay, still good. Yeah, so one of them, so like, okay, as you know, you're talking to one of them. The one you're talking to is Daryl. The other one, the other one, Billy Ray, he's kind of like kneeling over next to her, like looking her over, and I mean, you're like, this is something you're not going to help but notice as you're talking to one of them. Like he's kind of getting his hands are wandering there, and the other one he's like, well, these monsters, we gotta send them back to Satan where they belong, but send them back to hell, but in the meantime, nothing's saying we can't have ourselves some fun, if you know what I mean. And he's kind of like giving you the look.
I think I know what you mean. And I think you gentlemen should keep your hands to yourself and leave your dicks in your pants.
Ooh, let's see how they react on that one. Okay, they're standing their ground here. But one of them, so this one guy, Daryl, he's kind of like he's suddenly gets a little buddy with you, and he's kind of like kind of trying to guide you, back to the door, to the exit, and he's talking to you, and he's saying, I know what you might think of us, but trust me, we're doing the Lord's work here. And Benjamin, he's got his ways, we got ours. She'll be fine. She'll be quite fine. She'll be in one piece when Benjamin gets back. Don't you worry now. And he's kind of like guiding you back to the door.
And I'm standing my ground, not going anywhere near that motherfucking door.
All right. So you're I guess give me a composure resolve to make sure you can stand your ground here in the face of these well-armed rednecks. So let's see if you can. Okay. Barely, just barely. So I guess maybe a little sway, but not much. Okay. So how do you want to play things here? Because it seems like they're trying to get you out of the room.
I'm just gonna say, I'm not going anywhere. And if you're soldiers in some sort of fight, and you think of yourself as doing good work or being lawful, you'll keep your fucking dick in your pants.
Oh, let's see how he reacts to those kind words. Oh goodness. So okay. Yeah, he's this guy, he just kind of he stops being buddy, and he looks at you very, very plain. And he says, he's also kind of got one hand just kind of inching down to to his belt loop, and he's kind of looking at you and saying, now I don't know, Benjamin, he seems to have some faith in you, but we don't know you. All right, now if you're all right by Benjamin, you're all right by us, but the way you're talking here, think maybe you're a little too close to these monsters, huh? Yeah, they're getting a little apprehensive now.
Do you think that these monsters have anything to do with this opinion? I saw pieces of shit like you in the war, having fun, thinking it doesn't matter. Keep your dick in your pants. Does Benjamin know about this? Does he really know about this? Or do you just wait till the adults are away and then do fucked up shit?
Ooh, gonna call him on it. Again, go ahead, give me a 3. Give me a manipulation intimidation a 3. All right, all right. And let me see how well he stands his ground now. Ooh, okay. Well, yeah, he kind of takes his hand off of his. He's kind of inching towards it, like to intimidate you with his weapons, but he kind of inches his hand away from that, and he kind of sighs, and and he says, "Now, Benjamin, he doesn't need to know about any of this. He doesn't need to know about any of it. He really seems to not want you to say anything. And the other guy, I mean, yeah, I guess you've kind of been like, talking with this guy. I guess wits composure to notice something else. You might have to react to.
Oh, fucking dice. Give me a second.
And drumstick, no. Ever had a demon inside you? Do you? Oh no. Damn it, drumstick. Okay, so what you'll notice, as you're talking to this one guy, the other guy, like he is like he doesn't even seem to be paying any attention to what you all are doing, but like he's like trying to work. He's trying to work the girl's bottom off already. Like he's going there already. He's getting some ideas and he's starting to go for it. So you might want to do something.
I'm gonna run across the room and literally kick him in the ass.
Nice. Okay. Okay. All right then. So, and there's like a mechanic there's actually a mechanic for this sort of thing, which is like a charge attack. I'm trying to think about how it goes exactly. I think it's like, well, let's see. I'll say this. So no defense. It would mean like no defense for your turn. But we're not really in combat here. We're resolving things peacefully so far. But yeah, like okay, for that it would be like strength and brawl. Plus, I'll give you like a +2, and then you don't have any defense for that turn. So
4.
yeah. It's like a charge attack. I'll have to look the exact mechanics up later, but that's roughly how it works. Okay. So you're just gonna like kind of boot him just to keep him from doing anything. So again, I'll say, and let me just set some things up here, just in case. So
and I'd also, as I boot fucking Hansy McGee in the ass, I would also like to say I bark at him, keep your fucking grubby dick beaters to yourself.
Oh, we'll see how this goes down. We'll see how this plays out. Let's see. I'm just trying to get some things ready here, just in case I need to. Just in case I have to have it ready.
My combat MacGyver man is all about consent. He may be in the kinky shit, but he'll fuck your day up.
I love the combat MacGyver man, but he's got his principles. Which I guess his principles is no fucking paralyzed vampires. That's bad. So let's see. I'm just trying to find, again, Fantasy Ground kind of messed up all my sort order and everything, so I'm trying to get everything right again. Okay, here we go. Just putting some things on the old tracker. Let's see. There we go. Okay. So, we'll just kind of put the damage there. All right. So, yeah, when you kick this guy, he just like, he gets knocked back and he's just like, what the fuck, man? And the other one is again, he's apprehensive. He's kind of like his hand is moving towards his weapons, but he's not pulling anything yet. They seem a little torn on what to do here. But yeah, I guess what do you want to do now that you're kind of the center of attention?
You gentlemen aren't thinking of starting something interesting, are you? And I'd say the one I just kicked in the ass, get over in the corner with your friend.
Ooh, bossing him around now.
You're staying right there until Benjamin gets back. Because
All right.
I do think the children are going to be in trouble, you little fucks.
uh, well, let's see. I guess go ahead and give me a manipulation intimidation, just a regular one this time. It's not going to be contested though. Okay, okay. Well, they'll kind of listen to you, kind of. Um, but yeah, they like the one that you knocked on his ass. He's like getting up and brushing himself off. Um, he's saying, "Man, this guy ain't no fun. He ain't no fun at all." And the other one, he just kind of he's just grinning like he's got something planned. Um, and he says to you, "Now, don't be like that. Now, I'll keep an eye on my friend here. You got my word till Benjamin gets back. You know, if he gets back, you know that business he has to attend to. He's a busy man. Might not even make it back till tomorrow. Who knows?" So yeah, they got something going on.
Well, I guess you two better get real comfortable because I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, so I guess they're all gonna. You're just gonna be like staring them down, and also their drunk friend who's just still passed out because he's out for quite a while. He's got a bit of the alcohol poisoning. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun night, huh? And it's around 8 now, and still no sign of Benjamin.
Oh, this is going to be a very long night.
It's a fun game of yeah, you know, keep them from raping. Uh,
Well, I reckon I'd ask the one that tried to be buddy with me. You said Benjamin was away on business. That may take a while. What sort of business?
oh, well, he'll be pretty straightforward here. So yeah, he's just kind of smiling, and he says, well, you know, he's a busy man. You know, there's a lot of evil out there in this world. I'm sure you know, and you know he's often called on to deal with that. You know, you don't think we're the only ones out there, do you?
Well, it wouldn't surprise me that there would be other groups. No. Hopefully they're a little bit more professional, though.
But yeah, they're staying to their corner. Like the one guy, who's kind of getting buddy with you. That's Mr. Daryl, who just, you know, so far I guess the only thing your character's seen him do is take a lot of pleasure in being violent, but that's about it. And the other one, the one that was kind of getting handsy, he's just like sitting there on the hay bale, just kind of like staring at the girl. But they're staying in their corner for now, and she's still, you know, chained and still got the stake through her heart.
Oh, man, if it's only like 8 or 9, this is going to be an extremely long night.
Oh yeah, you gotta do something. Like you gotta have a plan here.
I have a plan sometimes, ish. I've
And
got.
as badass as your character is, like they are hunters still, and they are quite armed. And
I'm
there's two
aware of
of
this. Um,
them.
I think again I'd ask Daryl about if it's so important to Benjamin that we get information out of her. Why do we have to wait to talk to her? If it's of the utmost importance.
Ooh, I like where this is going. I like where this is going. So I kind of I see where you're going, and he's okay. So like he's gonna kind of think on it. Uh, he's like, that might not be a bad idea. We might be able to get somewhere. And kind of looks over to his friend. And his friend kind of perks up, and he's like, you know, they are more fun when you know, when they're alive and kicking. They're thinking about something.
I I I did not say.
But I like the other one, yeah, the one Daryl. He seems to like be along with the maybe like get some points, get some brownie points there for taking initiative. The other one though, that's the one you got to worry about.
So why don't we pull the stake out of her and ask her some questions?
Ooh, okay. Now for this is going to be critical. You're going to have to manipulate, persuade him on this one. It's
Yeah,
a
I know.
roll.
I know. I have 2 dice, and I think random number. I'm not going to get raped, Drumstick. That's not how this works.
It's not Deliverance, all right? No banjos.
Or Wrong Turn. This is not going to be Wrong Turn yet.
Oh, the roll again.
Yes!
All right, well, you got a 2. So, Mr. Daryl, he thinks on what you're saying for a little bit, and the other guy, like, he's got his opinions, but probably for the wrong reasons. But yeah, Daryl kind of he slowly gets up on his feet and he says, I hope you know what you're getting into here, but Benjamin, he does like it when we take initiative. We'd be helping him out here. So I you know what? Let's do it. I got your back here.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's on board.
Well, I pull the stake out and back away quickly.
All right. Now, okay, some things here. So, like, okay, in the character sheets, see if you can like add the companion character to the the little things. I have a button to put on the tracker and all that.
Oh, not a problem. Give me just a moment.
I really wish I didn't have to have a player to do that, but that's how it is.
I know Fantasy Grounds is sort of weird like that.
Yep. Okay, and now let's make a let me make a little roll here for something. Wow. Well, I'm getting the low ball, the lucky low ball. So okay. Yeah, so yeah, as you kind of pull the stake out, no rolls needed to pull it out because it's unresisted. Yeah, no, like she like immediately pretty much just like it springs up and just starts like fangs out, just starts hissing and flailing and like just kind of panicking. Maybe a little of the frenzy, who knows? But yeah, that's where she's at.
Oh, great. So she's apeshit right now. This is going to make things slightly difficult.
Just a little. I didn't say entirely, but like that's what your character is seeing, is that she's quite panicked.
Okay, I'm going to, sort of not shout, but loudly say to her, "You remember me, girl?" But now this is very important. I'm going to say this very like authoritative. So the rednecks are, they think I'm on fucking board, right? But when I say it, I only want her to see it, but I'm going to wink just at her.
Ooh, okay. Now for that, let me do a roll for them real quick. Let me roll their stats. Let's see if they can notice it. All right. We're going places here. So, yeah, the rednecks, they're kind of they're like sort of, keeping their distance here. And it's just you between you and her, and she's flailing and looking around, and she sees them and then she sees you, and it takes her a second to realize, kind of to remember, oh yeah, that guy. And she sees the wink, and she just kind of like again like just sitting there like hissing and but slowly calming down a little bit. And let me take a sip of my drink here. A little fogged up. All right. So, how do you want to play things now?
I think I'd sort of say to Daryl, "Do you have any idea the type of questions Benjamin wanted to ask her?"
Oh, that's a good one. Like, how much does he know? Let's see. Okay. Well, yeah, Daryl kind of thinks, and he takes a little step forward, and excuse me, all the mucus. Oh, been talking too much. Okay, so yeah, he kind of steps forward and he says, "I'm not too sure, but I do know that Benjamin he wants to know where what he wants to know what the hell is going on. He wants to know about he wants to know about all the all the monsters prowling, the all the disappearances going on, all the all the all the bloody messes that's been going on in the back roads. We need to, where's these things nest? Where are they? They don't really know what's going on here. They've got their own thing they're looking for."
That was not helpful at all, Daryl.
Yeah, he's not the most intelligent. But I guess they just want to know in general, like, there's all, there's shit going on around here. Like, what's all these disappearances? What's all this madness?
So, Mall Ninja Girl, do you have any stories to tell these gentlemen?
Ooh, let's see. Again, another quick roll for them. And also, I still love that it's just the nicknames. Still don't know their name. Okay, so yeah, they're kind of like looking around, and I guess it must be quite confusing because the last they knew, they were like, sleeping in their bed. Now they're here, but yeah, they kind of look over at the rednecks, and I guess they heard the question, but they're like, what the hell are you talking about? That's all she's saying is like, what the hell are you talking about? What the fuck is going on? Like, she seems disoriented.
Well, maybe, gentlemen, we should, uh, we should go make a cup of coffee. Or, Daryl, send, what's the pervy one's name, Daryl?
Yeah, the pervy one. Oh, that's old Billy Ray. And making coffee's gonna be hard out in this shack.
They're rednecks. They know how to start a fire. I'm sure they got, hobo coffee around here. So, Billy Ray, why don't you go make us a pot of coffee, and we'll let her sober up, since apparently she is a little bit out of sorts, and you can't answer questions if you're out of sorts.
Well, let's see how stupid he is. So let me do a little roll for him real quick. Okay, well, you don't have to make a roll on this one. So, yeah, he's kind of looking at you and looking at her, and he's like raising an eyebrow to that, and but he kind of thinks about it, and he does have like a pack full of stuff, and he's like, well, I don't really, I don't have any good stuff, but I guess I could work something up. You sure about this? I don't know about this.
It'll be fine, and we could use a little bit of coffee, because I'll take it, since y'all boys done this before, it's going to take her a little while to come all the way to sorts, isn't it?
All right, well, let's see. I'm gonna do a little roll for him for something. Okay, so okay, like between the two of them, they kind of like they talk amongst themselves for a second here, and one of them, so ultimately, one of them pulls like a can, an unmarked a can of something out of their pack, and hands it to the other, and it's Daryl. Ultimately, Daryl decides to be the one to go out and to brew up a little something outside. So it's just you and a good old over-eager Billy Ray.
God damn it. Now I got to think of how to distract motherfucking Hansy McGee with conversation.
Yeah. How do you get his eyes off the girl, basically?
That was well played, Mr. Motherfucking GM. God damn it. I had it all worked up in my head talking to Daryl. Fuck.
Yep. And he would have been the more agreeable one, but
No shit.
yeah.
Well, I guess I'll just make small talk. What kind of crappy instant coffee was that you gave Daryl? I mean, I've had my fair share of it, when I was in the service.
Oh, you're trying to bullshit him. So actually, I'm gonna say for this one, for your kind of like distraction tactics here, this is a little bit of a different role. So I'm gonna say give me a manipulation plus subterfuge because you're trying to lie, you're trying to bullshit here, basically. So yeah, give me a 3.
3 dice. Ah.
And now to do a little counter roll. Is luck gonna be on your side or not? All right, it's okay. We're at an impasse here. So I'm gonna let you do one roll. Roll 1 dice, and I'm gonna roll 1 dice. This is how I do. This is how I do tiebreakers. So here's my 1 dice. Okay. You did good. So. Yeah, so Mr. Billy Ray there, he's like staring her down, and he is just like he is anxious about something. So yeah, but he kind of like turns to you for a second. He says, "Oh yeah, huh? Yeah, it's just some shit we packed because he kind of looks over his shoulder at Joe Bob, who's passed out still. He says, sometimes we need a little something to get him up, but I think it's gonna take something stronger than coffee to get him up right now."
I'm sure he'll be fine eventually. Well, as fine as he was anyway.
He'll live to get alcohol poisoning another day. So how do you want to play this?
I'm going to continue to make small talk. So, how long have you been doing this then, working for Benjamin?
All right. Let's see. Well, I guess you got him here. So let's just see. Let me do a little roll for him real quick for something. Okay. So he's gonna go along with it. And yeah, he just kind of like again, he's trying like his attention is divided between you and the girl, and he kind of says, I've been I've been working with Mr. Benjamin for a few years now, and seen lots of things I never seen before, lots of them encounters, and he's just kind of again he's having a little trouble forming thoughts because his attention is so divided. He's having a hard time not staring.
What kind of encounters? Big?
Oh man, yeah, you gotta ask him that, don't you? You gotta ask him that.
Out of game, yes, motherfucker. If you can get a redneck talking, we'll even know this. Small talk. Get him distracted.
Oh. Well, again, I'm just rolling a something for him. Just a something. Okay. So yeah, he kind of like so okay. At this point, he's like he a little grin comes across his face, and so yeah, he's looking at you and then looking at her, and he says, "Oh, we've seen all kinds of things, We've seen that demonic possession, some hauntings, all sorts of strangeness, and of course these things, these leeches, they're cold, but you can still work with that." And he's saying that like in a weird way, as his gaze kind of turns back to the girl.
So, have y'all in Benjamin's group ever encountered something called ghouls? I heard the girl there on the wall say that word in the parking lot during the mall thing.
Ooh, now he might know a little something about this. Let's see if he'll give you a straight answer there, because that's how about a little manipulation persuasion?
Fuck.
Well, again, you'll get an answer. So yeah, he thinks for a second, and he said, "Yeah, that's I heard about him. We don't run into those too often. Actually, I think we only maybe run into maybe just a handful of them in all the years Benjamin's been here. Uh, and mostly what we see is just just these things. But yeah, I hear these vampires. They can do tricks to your mind. They can take a good man and make him do bad things and bend him to their will. Yeah, he's kind of, and again, saying that is he's looking at her.
I'm running out of small talk to keep the group distracted. Fuck.
And yeah, that coffee's a brewing. I mean, again, like you got to think. There's you're in a room with all these fun devices. There's the girl. There's the guy. Also the passed out guy. I mean, there's things. There's lots of variables here to work with. Lots of look all those stats on your character sheet. Just get creative.
I'm aware of this. I'm just trying to fucking. And time is a wasting.
Yep.
Okay, where am I in relation to Mr. Touchy Feely? And then, keeping that in mind, how close am I to like their tool chest as it was?
All right. Well, they're both the Mr. Touchy Feely and the passed out guy. They're in the corner because you put them there, with the hay bale, and the girl's kind of against the wall between you all. You're I guess you're kind of it's not a big room. It's just like a one room shack, and you're just across from that. Their bag of goodies. That's like kind of propped up on a little bench next to the girl. But of course out of reach.
Okay. I think I'm gonna pull out my pouch of Red Man and put a dip in, and then walk towards Mr. Touchy Feely and ask him if he wants a pinch.
Ooh, okay. Let me do a little something for him. Just rolling a something. Okay. Yeah, he looks at you and he looks at that delicious tobacco, and yeah, he goes ahead and he says, yeah, not that much of a tobacco man myself, but I won't say no. So he's compliant.
Okay, and his attention is pretty much still on the girl, right?
Well, yeah, kind of torn between the two of you and all that, but his eyes keep wandering.
Okay, and y'all said you encountered hauntings? You mean like ghosts? things that aren't physical.
Ooh, give me some some of that subterfuge, some manipulation subterfuge there for your bullshitting on him. And also little let's see. Hold on. Oh, hold on here. Uh-oh, technical issues. Oh, are we good? Had a little technical issue there.
Okay, yeah, everything like froze up for a second. You okay? I'm good.
Yeah, all right. Well, actually, like, yeah, if it was for you too, like, a little Fantasy Grounds issue there. Maybe I got too much shit out, but I think we're okay now. Stream is not a single frame drop, so it's just Fantasy Grounds, and maybe Disc. I don't know.
Yeah, because Discord dropped for a second too.
Yeah, so I don't
Because
know,
you're,
but
because you're trying to do this all on one computer still, aren't you?
yeah, I don't have that laptop yet.
You
All
could have
right.
just. Okay, we're good though. I rolled. Did I bullshit, Mister Touchy Feely?
All right. Yeah, you did good. Okay. And hopefully everything's good for the people watching too. Uh we'll see. We'll see. I'll hear him complain soon enough. So
We're professionals, we promise. Sort of, kind of professionals.
all right. So okay, you got your subterfuge there. You got 2, roll again. So okay, you got 2. And let's see. Let me do a little modified roll for him. For something. Okay. No tiebreakers necessary this time. So yeah, he's pretty distracted now. He's distracted, and he's also kind of talking about he's also talking about all the he kind of starts going into it, like all the weird ghost shit he's seen. Apparently it's more common than you'd think.
Okay, and while he's distracted with I fucking Mall Ninja Girl and telling me the story. Oh, this is where it gets really real. I want to pistol whip him.
Oh man. Oh man. So yeah, we're just going there. It's getting real now. Okay. Hold on a second. Let me do a little something here. Let me cuz since we're going there now, let me do some updates to the combat tracker here. Let me just get some things sorted out. Okay, just typing some things in, getting everything set up. And let me just add that on there. Okay. Okay. All right. So I guess yeah, he is distracted, and I'll go ahead. I'll give you the initiative. So the initiative roll here, it's gonna be like it's gonna be you, the girl, and then the 2 rednecks in their order. That's how we're gonna play it. Since you go first, so pistol whipping. Okay, mechanics for that. All right, it's gonna be like a strength weapons check. And I'm thinking about modifiers. Since you caught him off guard, his defense won't apply. So yeah, just go ahead and roll me a 4.
Okay.
And I mean, wait, hold on. You're like, are you aiming for something specific, or just a pistol whip in general?
I was aiming for his head. Shit, I should have
Oh,
said that before.
ah, darn. Okay. So
We're
for
totally
that,
not professional.
I know. Oh, it's a shit show. uh, okay, yeah. With that in mind, so a headshot, or even with a melee weapon, that is going to be like a -3 penalty. So like you're down to 1 dice basically.
Oh fuck! And that would have been such a good roll for just But I don't want to generally hit him because I want to knock him out.
Well, yeah, but like if you want to knock him out, and yes, if you get it, I'll give you a knockout. But you're down to 1 dice by default on that.
But I can't knock him out with just a general shot. It has to be a headshot.
No. General shot. That means combat is on.
Um, shit. Yeah, I want to pistol whip him in the head, and I want to use a point of willpower.
Okay. So yeah, you got your 1 base. Add 3, so you back up to 4. So let's see how this
Oh yeah,
goes.
I'm doing it. The dice pool's being retarded because of my last roll and the whole roll 1 again thing.
Yeah.
I fixed it. Never mind. God wills it.
Okay, and 3, which is very good. So let me go ahead and add that. He's already like I think he'd already taken. He still has the bashing damage from when you kicked him earlier. Which actually that means he was close to a knockout anyway. But he's like, the other way to knock someone out is full health pool of bashing damage. But anyway, yeah. So you pistol whip the like he again he was completely distracted. Like he was just staring at the girl, and he doesn't even see it coming when you just pull your pistol out and you just whip him with the butt of it. He doesn't even see that coming, and his ass just goes on the floor.
Okay.
Very good stealthy takedown there. He's just passed out next to his friend now.
Does he have keys on him for the fucking shackles? I need
All
to
right.
search him.
Yeah, wits composure. Okay, okay. So, all right then. Yeah, you kind of look around him, and he does in fact have the keys. They're it takes a little bit of looking, but it's like shoved down the front of his pants is where he was hiding them. Ew. So, but yeah, you got the keys.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to Mall Ninja Girl and say, "Are you gonna behave yourself if I unlock you?"
Oh, let me do a little roll here for something. Okay, okay. They can resist the blood frenzy. So yeah, okay. They kind of like they've been watching, and they're looking over the two guys passed out, and look at you, and yeah, she says, "I have a name, you know, but yeah, I'm good. I'm good."
I start unlocking her, and while I'm doing that, what is your name then? It didn't seem really important at the mall. I think you figured, much as your management figured, we were all gonna die.
Yeah, yeah. She's just saying pretty much. Yeah, her name's Iris. Iris Herrera. Uh, which oh yeah, by the way, she's I mean like you can obviously she's just like a young Hispanic lady. But yeah, yeah, she's okay, and she seems to appreciate being unlocked.
Okay, now we are fucking about 40 miles from fucking nowhere out here.
Oh, that is a problem. And
But
let me just do a
I'm
quick something.
okay.
Let me just do a little, yeah, my old DM roll for something. Okay, you're good. Continue.
Uh, Iris, I take it you know how to drive truck and whatnot.
Yeah, she nods and says, yeah, she does in fact know how to do that. And she's also kind of looking over these two guys, passed out in the corner. And again, the guy who was making coffee, you've been doing a pretty good job of not making any noise so far. So he's still kind of out there brewing his coffee. So she's just kind of walking over to the guys real quick. And again, it's you reflexive, any whatever you want to do here, however you want to play this.
I'm gonna tell her the same thing I told them. Keep your fucking dick in your pants.
Oh, oh. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Let's see if we can. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. But okay. To this, I'll say, you need to roll a little bit of the manipulation and I guess intimidation. So two. So contested rolls.
Fuck
Hmm.
me.
Yeah, she kind of walks up to these guys who are just again one's drunk passed out, the other you knocked him out, and she's just looking down at him, uh, and yeah, she kind of says, what's happened here today, that cannot stand, like there's going to be consequences, not just for them but for her if she doesn't fix this problem now.
I, Iris, again, we are 40 miles from fucking nowhere, and this is their backyard.
Oh, but the masquerade. So okay,
They may
let's
be
see.
drunks and they may be touchy feely pieces of shit, but they are very well armed. And again, we are in their backyard.
Ooh, let's see. Let me do a little thing here again. All right. You're getting lucky on a something roll. Um, okay, she kind of looks down there and I guess give me a wits and composure real quick just to notice something. All right, roll again. All right, well, one. So yeah, like what you'll kind of notice is like the way she's like looking at these guys and kind of because you've seen the claws before, they were kind of starting to show a little bit there. She's probably gonna snap their necks, but yeah, she just kind of reaches down and yeah, because these guys are both pretty well armed. Yeah, she just kind of reaches down and gets she goes ahead and takes one of their she takes well first off she just takes both of their weapons away, um, and like tosses most of them out, but she holds on to one of the guns, to one of their to one of their revolvers, and
Okay.
yeah, she's got a plan.
Okay. Are you sure she's got a plan? Because I got a plan.
Ooh, all the
Okay.
plans, all the plans.
Is there windows or some sort of side exit to this?
Hmm.
Like
Okay,
in
so
the
the room.
the torture cave.
Yeah, like in the room that you're in, like it's just a shack. Like there's one way in and out, and there's like a kind of a window to the side. That's where she threw all the stuff out. That's about it. But I mean, like it's just a shitty shack, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna tell her to go out the side window, and I'm gonna go out the front door and lure the other one in here and distract him, and you get to the truck out there and fire it up.
We got the plans. And okay, let me. I'm just editing a little something. The TM is doing all the somethings. Okay. All right. So okay. So you want her to like go through the window, and you want to get the trucks ready, and that's your plan of action here, right? You're
And I want
committed.
to lure. Yes, I want to lure Daryl back in here.
Okay, that's what you're gonna be doing. All right, all right. Well, we'll see. Let me do a little roll for something. We'll see how compliant everything is here. We'll see how it goes down. Okay, okay. I think you're good. Yeah, she's kind of again, it's like really wants to just solve some problems here. Do some neck snapping. But she seems to be willing to go along with it, and she kind of yeah she just sort of like nods and gives him another one of those stare downs until she just quickly like hops out the window pretty easily.
Okay.
So
Um,
now it's all you.
I want to go up to the front door and shout out to Daryl. Come in quick. We have an issue.
Oh,
And
okay,
then
okay.
and then after I say that, I want to go back up through the door and be off to the side, ready to pistol whip him in the fucking head as well.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let me think here. Okay, well it's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be a wits composure for him to see if he notices that. So okay, let's see what happens. Okay. And I guess you're trying to hide here. So okay, like we'll do a contested roll. So give me your stealth roll. Dexterity plus stealth, which is 4 for you. Okay, okay. You did good. You did good. So yeah, he kind of starts running in the room like he's got like he's like fumbling with his revolver, and like he like what he's looking at when he goes in the room is those empty shackles against the wall. Like he's just kind of panicking, but he doesn't see you. So, I guess you want to pistol whip him now?
Yep, right in the dome, and I'm going to use a point of willpower.
Oh, okay, okay. So let's see. Let me do the willpowers, and yeah, you got 2 strength, and you're 4. Okay, okay, so you got 7.
Wait, 7?
Because if you're using willpower, yeah, 2 strength, 2 weaponry, it's 4. Plus the willpower, 7.
But what about the fact that I called the shot?
Oh, oh yeah, you're going for the headshot. Yeah, again, oh, my brain. So yeah, yeah, 765. Okay, 5.
This is why I make sure.
But yeah, you caught him unawares, which is always good though. It's all the bonuses, all the penalties. Oh, professionalism.
All the fuck me random number Jesus.
But fortunately, all you need is one, which won't knock him out for too long, but it'll knock him out for now. So yeah, you know, while he's all distracted, you just kind of, you know, you ninja out there and just smack him over the head with the pistol, and he just, you know, he crumbles. He goes down.
Okay, I want to take off his gun belt and huck it out the door as I run to the truck.
Okay, easy enough. No resistance there. So yeah, you gotta. They're all passed out right now. And yeah, so the truck, like Iris has got the truck ready. It seems like you're in the clear. It seems like anyway.
Okay, I'm gonna tell Iris to drive and follow my directions. We got to get back to the main road like quickly.
All right, you gotta get out of rape country here. So okay, and let me I'm just gonna do some overall rolls here for something. So like first off, there's one something. Okay, so there's that something, and let me do the roll for the other something. All right, which would be 4. Okay, all the somethings happening. Okay. So yeah, she's pulling out of there. She's a driving, and yeah, like she's not the best driver necessarily, but she's getting it done. And again, these roads are really bumpy, and you know it's like dirt road, you know, dirt and gravel roads out in the middle of nowhere in the woods.
So we're just sort of probably not going too fast then. And I noticed that she's just barely got a handle on it.
Yeah, basically.
I'm gonna have to tell her, hey Iris, let's switch sides. I've driven all kinds of things. We need to get the fuck out of here.
All right, well, you're gonna have to slow down and stop for a second to do that.
We don't have to stop. We're going slow. It's a bench seat here.
Oh, nice. Okay, gonna pull a maneuver there.
Yes.
Okay, well, actually, any maneuver you're gonna pull, it's gonna be a dice roll, and on this one, I'm gonna, because they're the one at the wheel right now. I'm gonna do a little roll for them, and let's hope that everything goes well. Okay, you managed to not, like, you know, crash into a tree. Good, it's successful. You managed to switch places.
Excellent.
Yeah, that would have been terrible. Like that. Oh man, that could have gone wrong.
But it didn't. It's fine. Random number Jesus loves me sometimes.
All right, so yeah, I guess you're in the seat now. So we're using your drive skill for everything now.
Goddamn right.
Yeah, your character has much better drive skill. All right. And again, I had my roll for something I already did. So as you were, continue.
I remember the route they took to get here for the most part. I'm just looking for the main road.
Yeah, it is. I guess the only concession is it's dark now, so you're gonna have to go a little, you know, gonna have to take your time.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm just driving.
Okay, well, so that's something. So as you're driving, give me a wits and composure.
Fuck.
All right. Well, in that case, so I guess you're just gonna be driving along. Yeah, just derping along. And yeah, like eventually though, you're gonna like you suddenly feel like a bump, like you kind of lurch forward a little, and oh hey, there's some headlights in your rear view mirror. There's a truck behind you.
Of course there is. I'm gonna tell Iris to buckle her seatbelt because shit's gonna get real.
Oh shit!
And I'm gonna buckle my own goddamn seatbelt while I'm at it.
All right, all right. What's your plan here?
How far have I made it from the fucking rape and torture cabin?
Only a little ways now. You're only like 5 minutes out.
Uh, uh, I'm just gonna try to increase my speed and hope I'm fucking skilled enough not to pitch this motherfucker into a tree.
All right, all right. Well, for this one, I'm gonna do some contested rolls. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna do a roll, and give me your drive roll. So for you, dexterity and drive, so 6.
Are you fucking kidding me, random number Jesus?
It's the great thing. So yeah, like okay, as you're driving and you're trying to speed up and get away, I guess remember you're driving a shitty car. Like this thing, it's been like fixed up so many times. It's rusty even, and it smells like dead animals. So this thing's not a good car. And this other truck behind you, it's like bumping into the back of you, kind of you're fishtailing a little bit. And you're not shaking them quite. Yeah, like they're kind of like they seem determined, whoever it is in that truck, to get you to pull over.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna ask Iris to grab the gun off my belt and
Oh,
exchange a little fire with them. I'm too busy driving on these crazy ass roads in this beat the shit pickup. I can't do both.
Well, they're not shooting at you yet. I mean, you don't know who it is exactly that's chasing you, but you want to we want a firefight now, do we?
Mm,
See, that's what I mean. It's like, do you want to be the one to escalate this?
Well, they're not super friendly. I know that.
True, but
Wait,
they seem to just
what?
like they want to get you to pull over.
Before I start a firefight, I'll roll a wits and composure to see if I should start the firefight, to see if I can ascertain anything from the rearview mirror.
Okay.
Or glancing behind me about who the fuck these people are.
All right, go ahead. Roll them bones. Okay. How well are you gonna do here?
Not very.
All those ones. All right, so yeah, like I guess you kind of like you look out your rearview mirror. It's hard to tell too much of anything, because again, it's nighttime. It's dark in the middle of the woods, and most all you can see is their headlights. But like how this other whoever's in it who's driving, like they're not they don't seem to, like, you don't see any, like, no guns poking out the windows or anything like that. But and they're not like being like overly, like they're not like trying to straight run you off the road or anything, but like they're like nudging you and honking their horn, like they want you to pull over. But like they're not like, yeah, they're not like trying to slam you off the road or anything.
Is there any wide spots coming up?
There's plenty room. It's dirt road.
I still want to give Iris my gun and tell her to cover me.
She's already got a gun. She's already got a pistol.
Oh yeah, she stole it off the fucking touchy-feely boy.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I'm going to tell her to cover me, and then I'm going to cut hard to the left and like skid to a stop with the entire truck blocking the road.
Okay, you're gonna have to make a drive roll there. Let's see if you manage to not flip the truck.
God wills it.
Okay, a roll again. All right. Now the other roll is to see how well they handle themselves, to make sure they don't crash.
T-Bone. I see this happening.
No. Okay, they're doing okay. So as you kind of like, you pull over, like they were right behind you, but like they slam on their brakes and come to a very abrupt stop, like pushed up right against your vehicle. It's close, but no one is wrecking or anything like that. It's close, but everyone is safe, so to speak.
Okay, I'm gonna take out my gun and lay it against the door and be like, "Can I fucking help you?"
I guess give me a wits and composure then. Okay.
Fuck.
Well, a 1. And let me tinker with some variables here, right quick like. Let me just tinker with some of the things. Let's see. Let me see if I can hold on a second. Hold on a second. Again, my fantasy grounds, everything's all in one huge list now, so it takes forever to find anything. Okay, let's put that on there, and hold on, a bit of this, and it's like, you're in trouble now. Okay, let's see, where's my... Alright, there we go. Okay, everything's good. So, what you do see is, and again, like, the headlights, like, they're right in your face, but, you see, Benjamin. He kind of hops out of the truck, and he starts walking over to you. And I guess you got your gun pointed right at him. So I guess it's at this point you're gonna have to make some manipulation, intimidation.
Okay.
And you got your gun too, so I'm gonna give you a 3. Okay. And now I do a little counter roll here. Let's see. Gotta love that social combat. Okay. I guess roll me a 1. Time for a tiebreaker.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh.
Nice. Okay.
I'm gonna roll again just to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. So yeah, Benjamin he comes out, and like, he's got one hand kind of on his holster, but he's looking at you, and as he gets closer to the truck, he can see you and Iris in there with the guns leveled at him. But he's also he's got his little posse too. He's got a new posse behind him. And he says, now what do you think you're doing there? Now see, I thought we came to an understanding, but I come back to find a whole lot of mess where I left you all. Now maybe there's a good explanation for all of this. And he's kind of looking between you and Iris.
You say there was a mess. They're all still breathing.
All right, it's true. Let me do a little roll for a something here. Let's see. Okay, he's kind of like he's again rather he got that hand kind of like his fingers are kind of gripping around that revolver, that magnum of his, and yeah, he's looking again very intensely at you and then at Iris, and he says that's true, but with that thing on the loose, yeah, I half expected to find a bunch of bodies in there. Now, again, I'm going to ask you, is there a good explanation for this? There better damn be.
You say she's a monster, and you say you want to kill all the monsters, but you weren't there in the mall, Benjamin. You do not understand how much at risk this girl was, and how much she probably stopped something that would at least have leveled the whole town and maybe the world.
Ooh,
I did this. Oh, okay. I was
yeah,
gonna say
yeah,
I was
yeah.
done with. I am
I'm
not done
it.
speechifying. I am not done speechifying.
I'm liking where this is going. You're gonna get some bonuses for this. I'm telling you right now.
I helped her get away because she put herself on the line for the world in general, or the town, whatever the fuck you want to say. She put herself on the line that day for squishy meatbags. At the very least, squishy meatbags like me and John. So,
all the speech.
And so I helped her get out of there because your men who you claim to be some sort of holy warriors are a bunch of rapists and malcontents. That you use this holy war justification to
I hear you, but okay, like now mechanically I'm gonna give you a 5 there to roll. Your usual plus the gun plus 2 for that speech, so give me a 5. All right, the dice were not squandered. Let me do a little contested here. Okay. So yeah, Benjamin, he's kind of looking down and he's thinking about this. Like your speech definitely left a bit of a mark there. But yeah, he's you can see his hand kind of maybe inching away from his revolver a little bit. And he says, well, I may not have seen what you've seen, but I know monsters, and I think you might be under their spell, but I'm not gonna hold it against you here, because I understand how these things operate. We'll get him. We'll get him eventually. Maybe not tonight. But he's sticking to his guns.
Benjamin, if I was under control of her or anybody, I would have let her gut your men and paint the walls with their fucking intestines.
Ooh. Now let me no, I'm just gonna do a little separate roll for something here. Okay. But again, he's still thinking about that big speech. So and again, still, hand kind of inching away from the gun. But yeah, he seems a little conflicted here. And also, of course, there's his posse back behind him who are all, rowdy as ever. But he kind of looks at you and then at the girl there, and he says, what you're doing here, I hope you know what you're doing. You seem to have quite a high opinion of these things, and I'd hoped things had gone differently here tonight. I'd hoped I could have showed you the way, but I hope you're ready to take responsibility for all the things that monster's gonna do, for all the families it's gonna just eat like it's nothing. It's what they do.
I don't have a high opinion of monsters, and I don't necessarily have a high opinion of her. I just owed her one. And couldn't let her be pawed by your holy warriors, which are their own sort of monsters. Ooh. And the only reason they weren't painted across your little torture shack in the woods is because I owed you one for not murking us in the parking lot of the mall that day. So we're fucking even.
Ooh, that is okay. I want you to roll me another manipulation intimidate. I'm gonna give you another 5 there because you're on a roll. You're on a role play roll here.
I get another 5? What?
Yeah, plus 2 bonus. You get 1 for the gun. Like aiming a gun at someone, that's pretty good for intimidation. But then you get 2 more for the speech. Because again, you're on a role play roll here. I'm liking it. I'm really liking it. I like it when our players role play. All right, you get another 10 again.
Oh shit!
Yeah, keep them dice rolling. Oh my god!
Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh, random.
It's Vegas. Go for it. Go for the critical. Okay. Well, you had a little roll there in more ways than one. Okay. Let me do again. It's gonna be contested. So let me roll for them. Ooh. How's this go? Okay. we're at a tie again. So okay, roll one. Oh my god, we're at a tie again.
Are you fucking for real?
5 and 5.
Roll again.
Yep. Okay, you finally managed to beat the odds. So, okay. Yeah, Benjamin, he's kind of his hand is off his gun now. And he's just kind of thinking to himself. And I guess he probably has an idea. Like it seems like, you know, his men kind of, they try to do the real messed up stuff, you know, when he's not looking, but he probably has some idea. So he's kind of introspecting here, and he's looking at Iris again, and yeah, he kind of slowly starts backing up, and he says, well, yeah, I was hoping that you know, we could make you a fine addition to our little Dawncrest community, but I guess it just wasn't meant to be like that. So I'm gonna be nice here, and we're gonna let you go for now. But don't think we ain't gonna come looking for that thing again. And if we see you around again, well, I can't guarantee what my men will do.
That goes both ways, Benjamin. I'll see you all around.
All right. Well, he's just kind of backing up, and he kind of does a little gesture, and he's just, him and his men are just kind of standing there with their weapons, just kind of watching you, but they're not like getting ready to pursue or anything. And also, hold on, gotta make another check for a something real quick. Okay, I gotta make a something check. Okay. We're good. So, as you were.
The truck's still an idle, man. With my foot on the brake, I fucking drive away.
All right then. Okay. Yeah. They just kind of watch you, and you know, just a bunch of rednecks lined up against the, you know, in the road, just kind of watching you, you know, sending you off there. But yeah, no pursuit. You are apparently in the clear, and you're free to just keep driving down the road again.
And
Well played.
thank you. And as we drive away, I'm going to tell Iris, when we get to town, I'm dropping you off. And this, I did owe you for the mall, but this kind of thing isn't going to happen again. You are on your own.
All right. Well, she's just kind of like, this whole time she's just kind of been holding the revolver there, because, well, she doesn't have anywhere to put it, you know. But yeah, she's just kind of looking at you and looking back there, and she said, she kind of just says, you know, I was really trying hard there not to just kill them all. That we really probably should have killed them all. That's going to be a problem for later.
I'm going to tell you the same thing that I hinted at to Mr. Benjamin back there. Basically, it's this, Iris. I am going to do things my own way.
Your own man. Well, okay. Let me do a quick check for a something. There's always something's happening. But okay. Yeah. She just kind of like she looks a little agitated there. You know, perhaps because she's still just kind of sitting there in nightwear, like just all bloodied up from the steak and everything still. But yeah, like she just kind of looks ahead and says, "Yeah, just take me back to my apartment. I'll sort this out." Which, oh yeah, she doesn't know about that.
Yeah. I tried to stop. You really don't have an apartment anymore. Those boys are rather thorough. Is there some sort of safe house I can take you to?
Ooh, all right. Well, again, I'm just a little roll for something. All right. Luck is holding out. So okay, like she doesn't really take that too well, but yeah, she kind of thinks for a second there, and says, All right, there is a place. It's a bit out of the way. We're gonna have to go around town actually. Uh, there's out in Laurel County. It's nearby. Um, Probably like an hour or so. I got something in mind. That's what she's saying.
Yay, one bumfuck county to another.
Welcome to the South.
Okay. I guess we're driving.
All right. Well, I guess like to sum it, let's give me another drive roll just to make sure you wherever you're going that you get there safely and no incidents occur. Okay, okay. Roll again for speed. Okay. Moderate success. So, yeah, as you kind of make your way, she gives you directions and you make your way like you're kind of getting yeah, you're getting out of the swampy forested area, and it's closer to town, like more on the outskirts. There's sort of there's a bit of a suburb around the city, kind of. It's very loose suburbs, still kind of rural. But she takes you by to like a what looks to be your average kind of white bread neighborhood. And it's just on the outskirts of town, and it's just like a little house there. There's a car in the driveway, and she says, "Yeah, this is it here."
Okay. I'm going to stop and let her out.
All right. I guess you don't want to notice or intervene. You don't want to go like you don't want to pursue anything else. I guess, man, if Drumstick was here, he would have done all the terrible.
I do want to ask Iris as she's getting out of the truck. Benjamin called you a monster, and I even saw the way you shredded some of those guys at the mall. My question is, if you're this wild and this ferocious and bloodthirsty, why did you help so many of us squishy meatbags then?
Ooh, you're gonna get some plot dump here. For some backstories. Since I guess you've been very light on the backstories for a lot of the NPCs so far. But okay. I want you to do like a quick like a manipulation persuasion just for just see how straight of an answer you get, how much you get out of it. All right, decent. So yeah, she's kind of like out of the vehicle, and she's kind of looks back over the. Again, it's like a shockingly white bread area. Like it seems like the most innocuous kind of neighborhood you could ever see, and she kind of looks over her shoulder and says, "So yeah, back there, like in that house behind me. So that's where my folks live. It's a little awkward with that, but that's one of the reasons. It's one of the reasons. Didn't always used to be like this. That's kind of what she gives there.
So you still care about your folks then?
Oh yeah, okay. So you got your role good. So she'll answer straightforward. She says, yeah, like this whole thing. It's strange how things go, but like I was just living here, and going to the community college that's nearby. But one day a bunch of I guess you've heard those other monsters talking about some disappearances and all that along the roads. Yeah, I was going down a road one day, get beat over the head, and then I wake up dead. She's very blunt about it.
So I take that to mean you are pretty much all those things I used to see at the afternoon matinee then.
The vampires. So let's see. Again, gonna have to cause the masquerade. Yeah, let's see if you can get a straight answer here. The persuasion again. It's all about the masquerade. All right. Well, look, I guess you've been through enough shit now. So yeah, she'll just say, yeah, the V word, the vampires, right? Yeah, something like that. And
Uh,
again, she's like looking over her shoulder there at the little house.
I was sort of starting to figure as much, but you still seem to care about your folks, and nothing's as black and white as either Benjamin or probably your employers like to think it is it?
Oh, well, now, okay, you've been doing good, so she'll be straightforward again, and here's the dump. So, yeah, she kind of looks at you and back at the house and says, well, I don't know, like, I just try to, get by night to night, but as for my employers and those lovely church fellows are concerned, well, I don't know how deep you want to get involved in this, but I'm going to tell you right now, nothing to do with me, but that church is probably going to burn to the ground with everyone in it. Like, everyone, even the ones that aren't hunters. I hate to tell you that, but that's probably what's going to happen here as a result of all of this.
You don't have to worry about that, Iris, and I don't blame you. I even warned Benjamin that when he kicked in your fucking door that they were going to raise his goddamn town to the ground. He didn't believe me. He dug his own grave.
They never listen.
If you can't reason with a man, I'm not going to save him.
Yeah, she just kind of nods, and I guess your character already kind of has her as a contact. So yeah, she kind of says, yeah, we'll see how things go down. I don't know how you feel about that sort of thing. I just sort of do what I'm told most of the time. But yeah, if you need me, do call. There's a lot going on around here. I'll try. And she kind of adds in there. Yeah, I hope I don't have to kill you later. I hope they don't. Nobody tells me to do that.
It is mighty exciting around here, and I'm sure I'll see you around in one way or the other. You have a wonderful night, Iris.
Yeah, she just kind of takes off and
then I just drive away.
Door. Yeah, so she's left to her own devices. You drive off, and well, you've got yourself a new pickup truck now.
Fuck that. New stolen pickup truck. No. I am driving this probably to where they burned Iris's house in the ghetto and leaving it there. And then taking a fucking cab.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll say that's how your character will conclude things. We'll say, and I think that's a good place to leave it. And I can figure where to go from here with you and Drumstick, individually. But yeah, that I think you did well, better than things could have gone. Let's say.
But did it go how you think it was gonna go?
I thought, like, that's the great thing. I thought you were gonna. So there were actually several opportunities in, like, back in her apartment where, like, there was even, like, it was a basement, like a floor thing, but it had, like, a little window kind of at the top. If you'd really, like, looked around hard, there were other ways out of there, and other things that could have happened, and like, you could have gotten out of that situation before it, like, escalated to that point.
I considered that. I also knew his entire posse was there.
Yeah, and you could have
it's only a couple fucked up rolls, and then I'm having a firefight with like 20 dudes.
Yeah, that is kind of the thing. I
wanted to wait until I got them on a more personal basis.
Yeah, like I hear that. It's because that's kind of the thing, right? Like when you got a room full of people with shotguns, I mean, you can be dead very quickly. So yeah, but you could have, like, persuade, like, the guy who was burning the apartment. You could have persuaded him a little bit to do something. The drunk. There were other ways that could have gone.
It was interesting though, and it certainly didn't go the way I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, but I hope it was intense, but for different reasons than the previous sessions.
Oh yeah, that social fucking combat really pissed me off for a minute there.
Just like I said, you avoided one of the more terrible things that could have happened there. And there was a lot more terrible that could have happened too. I mean, you could have been dealing with, A, rapists, B, like, you could have just had a complete bloodbath on your hands there. There were several of the checks that I was making was just to see, like, make sure Iris didn't just go nuts.
Didn't go fucking banana shit, I know.
Yeah. Which you got lucky on that, because she has terrible composure.
Oh, I know.
But I hope it was entertaining for you and everyone else watching.
It was hot. I'm a man of my own code, and now like everyone dislikes me. This is going to be interesting next session.
You're gonna be your own Chuck Norris. But
Well, even in character, William's been in Nom. He's taken orders from people that have fucking done rationalization bullshit like Benjamin was trying to pull, or looking the other way. Hey, no Holy Warrior bullshit for fucking William. No.
Yeah. But like it could have like that's also the thing is the other way that could have gone is you could have just gone along with them. I mean, like hey, they might be a little bit they might kind of be monsters in their own right, but they do kill, monsters. So I mean, you could justify it kind of sort of until you get to the, raping monsters part.
Yeah, feeling up the unconscious must. No, nope.
And man, now, so like, okay, here's like the reason I wanted to like get you introduced to the hunters and all that. Before I did the next thing with Drumstick, I really want to get them established as a faction. There's going to be some interesting things happening with them from now on. And we'll see how the retribution for that night goes down and the fallout from that, how that changes things. And then of course and then I have to factor in Drumstick, and now that he's like in league with the cultists, that's a whole other beast.
There's gonna be some comic book shit going on
Oh, like
there's a whole lot of we don't like each other, but there's these cultists, see? God damn it.
Yeah, there's kind of these cultists that just want to, watch the whole world burn, as it were. But like how I try to set it up, and like this is one of those things that's very clear and explicit in World of Darkness and Hunter and all that, is there's very rarely like a clear good guy or bad guy. I mean, you might save like you might save the world with someone once, but then like they're going to be doing terrible, horrible things next. It's that welcome to the World of Darkness, right?
Indeed.
But I think good times, and next session, I don't know, like, do you want to do like, I guess this, we always got the Saturday game, which would be both you and Drumstick. I don't know if Drumstick wants to do any solo sessions, but how about you?
I would have liked to have done this session as a solo session, but my IRL stuff got all fucked up. I'd love to do solo sessions, man.
I like to advance the plots.
And, I'm usually pretty down for it. Very often it's like a Thursday or a Friday thing, depending on my schedule.
Yeah, it's just man, like I like to kind of break people. I really like, the idea of breaking people off into solo sessions and like just letting their character kind of be left to their own devices for a while, and then seeing how things play out when they join back together, because shit happens.
Oh yeah.
Like, oh man, I don't even know, like Drumstick, I don't even know how, like, his character where he's at now, so deranged and immoral, and like I don't know how he's gonna get along with I don't know how John's gonna get along with William now. Or even what is gonna bring them into what's gonna bring them in contact again.
See, that the second part is why I'm glad I'm not the fucking GM. Because how are you gonna mesh our two characters together? I mean, it's a small town and everything, but yeah.
Well, like here's what I'm like, no spoilers, but what I'm thinking is, well, like since Drumstick is on a path where he's basically been tasked with go forth and do terrible things, desecrate this town, he's gonna be doing things. Yeah, like he's gonna be doing things that attract attention, and because your character kind of, I guess you're sort of setting yourself up here as a defender of the downtrodden, as it were. You might, and even just when your character, because you got to go grocery shopping, you got to go hardware, you got things to do around town, you might just cross paths incidentally.
Well, that and I don't view William as a defender of the downtrodden. He'll kill monsters, but he's going to kill monsters his own goddamn way. And he did Iris, and he knew it wasn't as cut and dry as fucking Jesus boys are making it out to be.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering there. It's like if you just go along with it and praise the Lord. But yeah, we'll see. And also they both both William and John, they do still technically work for the vampires. Yeah, technically, like they're on call.
Yeah.
They're on call basically. I guess you're both on call because you have certain skills and talents that warrant them not brain wiping you or snapping your neck.
Indeed. Whew.
Well, yeah, we'll see how things play out. So, to you and everyone, it's been a productive night.
That was intense.
Yeah.
I need water and a cigarette now. Holy shit, that was intense.
Yeah, nobody got raped. Good news, everyone. So,
I didn't die this time.
Yeah, and like the most terrible didn't happen. I think it was productive. I look forward to the next game, whenever that might be. Yeah, thanks for showing, and everyone else, thanks for tuning in.
Peace out.
Right. Yep. Later. Bye.